Hello. What is going on, everybody? We are going to react to day 2 of free agency for maybe a couple hours, whatnot, and just kind of go through everything that's going on. As of right now, since this morning, it looks like DJ Chark signed a 1-year deal with the Lions. I saw the Lions had a lot of interest in Allen Robinson, but I guess that wasn't the case. So it looks like the Philadelphia Eagles are not interested in Juju Smith-Schuster. It looks like obviously DJ Chark is gone. So reports are out that the Eagles are going to go after Allen Robinson, as well as 2 other teams. I think Kansas City is one of them. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going to happen here, but we'll see. We'll see. It's gonna be really busy today. I got a feeling it's gonna be busy today. So I'm actually glad they're not interested in Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm fine with that. Now I understand why the Eagles tried to trade for Calvin Ridley, because of the market for these wide receivers. Now I see why they really tried to trade for him at the end of the day. So I was hoping that it was going to, obviously work out, but it didn't, because obviously with the gambling stuff and what's going on with him. So it's been kind of crazy. But appreciate everybody coming in. Just going to hang out for a bit today. Obviously, we did a stream yesterday. We'll do another stream today. I had really nothing to do today. So I said, why not at the end of the day? You know what I mean? What's going on, Nick? Cranes, what's going on? Yo, Klein, what's going on? Clark says, Joey, what's good? I'll be tuning in from here, tuning from the ER, unfortunately. Dude, just enjoy the work, man. Enjoy your work and just relax for the day, bro. Text says, what's up? What's going on, man? So Steve H says, Chenault really available? As of right now, it looks like it. Now, I don't know what Chenault did, because I didn't really follow the Jaguars too much last year. If you guys could tell me what Chenault did, I don't know. I mean, I guess obviously they had to upgrade the position. They got Zay Jones. They got Christian Kirk now. So, I mean, they're loaded at receiver now. I mean, they paid some good money for these receivers. I mean, those contracts, and Doug is paying these guys like crazy. So I don't know if that's going to be a move that we do. Let's see. Perry Bud says Robinson to the Browns. I think the Browns have interest as well, so I'm not sure. The Browns are trying to go after Deshaun Watson right now. Imagine how Baker Mayfield's feeling right now. Crazy. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, I don't think Juju's coming, bro. Steve, I don't think he is. Got Dawson Van Tail. I want Marcus next. I feel like he could play really well in the back end, Gannon's defense and the hybrid front he wants to play. No, definitely. I think he's more of a free type of safety, and honestly, Williams is very rangy. So I think they have to. I think they don't have a choice. They have to pay somebody at safety. I think they really have no choice at all. You know what I mean? Ron, what's going on, man? Today, Joey, good morning, man. You too, bro. Good morning, man. I hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm never streaming this early ever, so it's really weird for me. So Z Money says Eagles have to target Johnny Hekker. I think Johnny Hecker's the kicker from the Rams. Apparently, a punter from the Rams. Yeah, no, Aaron Sipos is horrible. He's trash. I can't stand Aaron Sipos. I mean, like, there were times where he looked really good early in the season, but then he had a lot of short punts this year, like a lot. It kind of really, it kind of frustrated me a little bit, and what Aaron Sipos did. So, it's been kind of crazy. Transfat says, I want Jarvus. Jarvus, I don't know. I don't think he would be that expensive. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing a lot of news flying around about Jarvis Landry right now, but we'll just have to see. Limit says, Go Watson going to be an Eagle. Dude, I hold my breath. I'm going to sit here and look, I'll go over it. I don't know. I mean, he's meeting with more teams as of right now. He's meeting with more teams, but, we'll see. You know what I mean? J Funk says, so who do you want? Juju? I want DJ Chark, but he signed a 1-year deal with the Lions. A 1-year deal. So obviously, was the market really strong for him? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he came off of a foot injury last year, so I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how much interest he actually had. I don't know. I mean, it said DJ Chark would be cheaper than Allen. Yeah, unfortunately, he's gone. So Quaymer says DJ Chark signed with the Lions 1-year deal. ESPN just posted that. Yeah, it's done. So no DJ Chark. I'm Al Turtle says, morning, Joe. Good morning. What's going on, man? Kelly says, what happened to Robinson going to Cleveland? I haven't seen anything on Robinson going to Cleveland unless it just happened. The Jaguars just released Miles Jack. What? Why? Whoa. Miles Jack just got released by the Jags. Holy crap. That's interesting. Another linebacker is on the market right now. That's just insane. That's really insane. Miles Jack available. Holy crap. Yeah, I just saw that. See, my super chat says Miles Jack cut. Dude, that's crazy, dude. I loved Miles Jack coming out of UCLA. I really liked him, but I think what he moved down the draft, right? Because he had like knee issues or something like that, or past knee issues. Wow. Leon Williams says, I won't be shocked if the Eagles don't sign a receiver. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, if they don't sign a receiver, I have a good feeling they could either sign a free agent late, that's not too expensive, or they'll go after one in the draft. I mean, if that's the case, I don't know. IML Twitter says, would you want Landry? I'm not a big fan of Jarvis Landry just because of his age and like how much we're going to maybe have to pay him. I'm not really sure. So Miles Jack is available, guys. Miles Jack. Clark says Panthers and Saints meeting with Watson. Janoris Jenkins is horrible as a cornerback. I wouldn't even pick him up. He's horrible. Dawson Van Taus says Jack is only 26. He could be a playmaker in the middle. He's not too expensive. Let's go get him. Yeah, I mean, I've liked Miles Jack his whole career so far. Ron says, I really hope we end up with Jabril Peppers. That could be another option. Jabril Peppers could be another option in free agency as well. Texas says, but would you want to, but would Rob want to come here and always had a bad QB play? I don't see you want to play with Hurt. I mean, you never know, dude, what receivers will want to play with Hurts, man. You know what I mean? Come here says, who do you feel about the Eagles getting Derek Stingley or Sauce Gardner? I like Devin Lloyd. How do you feel about him? I like Devin Lloyd. He's my favorite linebacker in this draft. I didn't think Sauce Gardner was going to run that fast at the combine. I didn't think so. Because the last time he tested, I think he like ran a 4.6, but he ran a really good 40 time. He's very rangy. He's a big long corner. He could go top 10, which will help us get our pass rusher, whether it's Ojabo, Trevon Walker, or, I don't know. It's somebody at this point who they're going to get. So, we'll figure it out. Yo, Donnie, what's going on, man? Because do you really want to trust Howie drafting another receiver? At this point, I don't know what they're going to do. If you're drafting early at receiver, you can't really mess it up. There's only a few guys that are top talents in the first round. So we'll see. He could screw up any of these draft picks. There's no doubt about it. Yo, Elian Petoskey, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, bro. Holy crap. Yeah, Trevon Burks is a good one, Tex. They met with Burks at the combine, so that would be a really good pick. I know he ran that 4.5, but I think the tape shows a lot more with Trevon Burks. Yo, Ryan, what's going on, man? Hope you're having a good day, bro. Don says that guy Christian Watson's a player, 6'4", runs 4.3 if Howie goes to the draft. That'd be a good pick, too. Second round is a good amount of wide receivers that could start for your football team. Do you think the Eagles should go after Marcus May? Isn't Marcus May? He's got a lot of injuries. Marcus May. Sexton, I hope they get Jameson Williams. Yeah, when he's very fast. Yeah, coming off the injury, that's the big problem. So you think his draft stock will go down to the point where we can actually get him if that's the case? Dude, Miles Jack got released. That's crazy. That's nuts. Miles Jack. We're going to find out here. Look, Hassan Reddick was a really good start as of right now. But interesting. All right, Malik Hooker staying with the Cowboys for 2 years. Titans are releasing Janoris Jenkins, saying saving $6.9 million in cap space. Started 13 games in the only season. Man, this is going to be interesting. I mean, more free agents are going to become available regardless, which is kind of crazy at this point. So I'm pretty happy about it. Dawson Van Talis, I don't like how the wide receiver market is playing out, but it might be worth it. Wait till the draft. You know what? Like, that's why trading for Calvin Ridley was such a smart move by Howie Roseman. Like, Howie knows that this market for these receivers, like Christian Kirk shouldn't have got the money that he did get. I mean, I think the Jaguars just overpaid. Everyone gets overpaid in free agency. Okay, that's the name of the game. But Christian Kirk with like a little over 900 yards. I mean, he's had 800-yard seasons. I mean, I don't think he was getting paid that much, and that's why the Eagles stayed away from it. That's why the Eagles were really going after. That's why the Eagles were really going after receiver, in a trade with Calvin Ridley. I mean, I thought that was a really smart move. Kyrie Moore says, "Good morning, yo, Kyrie. What's going on? Lions, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro?" Thomas, I heard the Browns meeting with Watts today. I won't be shocked if he goes to the Browns and they trade Baker to the Colts. That could happen. I heard the Colts are interested in Marcus Mariota as well. You know what I mean? So, and we'll see. Johnson, hey, Joe, did we sign a wide receiver yet? We did not sign a wide receiver yet. We have not signed anybody. DJ Chark ended up going to the Lions on a 1-year deal. Now, it looks like the Eagles have interest in Allen Robinson, like heavy. But I think there's 2 other teams that are going after Allen Robinson right now. Let me see if I can find that tweet that came out from NFL Rumors about Allen Robinson. Laviska Shenault got released. The Eagles have no interest in Juju Smith-Schuster, which is kind of crazy. So the 3 teams interested in the Bears, Allen Robinson, Chiefs, Eagles, and Falcons. Okay. Falcons are worse than us right now. I think the Falcons are trying to go after A.J. Green right now, and obviously it looks like they're going after Allen Robinson. The Chiefs, that could be a tough one to compete with. I don't know how the Chiefs have all this cap space. How do the Chiefs have how are they not this team not in cap hell yet? I mean, I don't get how they can hold on to all these players. I don't get it. Never will get it. No idea. I have no idea. Yo, David, welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the live stream. Ellie says, I think we bring back McLeod, trade back our 19th pick and draft Lewis Hines in the late first. They could do that. I mean, bringing back McLeod, that could happen. They could bring back a veteran and then maybe sign a free agent safety next to him to kind of work with him. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're going to find out. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that they probably had talks with McLeod, but it wouldn't surprise me if they want to move on from Anthony Harris and Rodney McLeod at the same time. So that should be interesting. Gentleman of Culture said, Reddick is the only signing we need. Gather up 3 first-round picks and get Watson. We would be foolish to choose Carolina or New Orleans before Philly. I don't know. Look, Deshaun Watson, and people tell me, oh, he's going to one of those 2 teams. I understand that, but Deshaun Watson can only designate where he's going to go so much. Carolina, I think from what I heard, the Texans wanted Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers said no. They don't have, the Panthers don't have the capital unless they want to give away 3 drafts. I mean, if they want to give away a lot of future picks in the next 3 drafts, I mean, I don't know what else they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. Which King says we need a punter. Yeah, Aaron Supposed is trash. So, yeah, we do need. Yo, Charles Carroll, what's going on? Steve H. If Williams drops, I can see how he pulling the trigger. Oh, yeah, definitely. I could see that. Pluto says, I want Wilson out of OSU. Texas and Marcus May is a no for me. I like Jabril Peppers or Marcus Williams. Yeah, I think those are the top 2 guys as of right now. So Reggie BS04 says George Pickens in the second round would be elite too. I've heard Pickens' name a million times in the second round. A lot of speed, good route running. That could be definitely a target. Chance, Philly needs to go all defense in the first round. Even with the Riddick signing, the Eagles will still need to draft an edge rusher. Oh, 100%. I mean, they're double dipping. I mean, that's there's no doubt about it. And I want to see if actually Fletcher Cox gets traded, because as of right now, it's $40 million in dead cap. If the Eagles actually trade Fletcher Cox after June 1st, that dead cap goes from $40 million to $12 million. So it's definitely more affordable. And I think, if the Eagles get rid of Fletcher Cox, I honestly think they're going after Jordan Davis in this draft. I'm not even kidding. I think they'll draft a defensive end and a defensive tackle with the first 2 picks if Fletch is gone. But I think as of right now, you're definitely getting an edge rusher, whether it's Travon Walker, that could go top 10. Ajabo could go top 10, so it's kind of scaring me a little bit because his testing was really good. And, you could go after Jermaine Johnson. He might be there. Karlaftis might be there. So I think there's some good things to take out of it, but it's going to be tough, man. We're going to see. Like that, should the Eagles get Derek Carr? No, definitely not. I don't even think they're even trading Derek Carr. And I think you'd have to give up. I think they would be looking for a really good deal for Derek Carr if that's the case. So I'm not really sure. Miles Jack. Since the Eagles released Alex Singleton, Miles Jack could fill that role. But I think he's more, but isn't he more of a starter, though? That's what I'm saying. Limicos says Howie is brewing something. Definitely, bro. Definitely. That's why he was so quiet. Even when the Hassan Reddick news came out, we didn't hear that the Eagles were in talks to acquire him. We just heard that boom, he was signed and that was it. I mean, it's crazy. I think everyone's stoked on Reddick, Steve. I mean, Reddick was fantastic. Texas Colts call up Howie for Gardner already. I think Marcus Mariota or Jimmy Garoppolo will be the quarterback with the Colts. I mean, if not, then yeah, I could definitely see Minshew being traded somewhere for at least a 3rd round pick. At least a 3rd round pick. I'm looking for a 2nd to a 3rd rounder, but I'll take a 3rd rounder for Gardner Minshew if that's the case. You know what I mean? Steve H is now the GM in Jacksonville. Now that's a bad GM. Well, no, I mean, Doug Pearson is pretty much the new GM. Not technically a GM, but Doug Pearson is making all the personnel decisions. Obviously, they've been signing players like crazy. Clark Roberts says, what's the story on Jordan Howard? Now, it looks like as of right now, Jordan Howard has got 1 more year left on his contract, but I don't know what they're doing with him. Really, to be honest with you, I would totally be into drafting a running back in the mid rounds, like a bruiser type back. I haven't looked at any running backs in this draft, so I'm probably the worst person to talk to about running backs. But I would definitely, Kenneth Gainwell I think is pretty good, a dual threat running back that can catch out of the backfield, make the first guy miss, and run pretty well with good vision. I don't know what they're doing with Jordan Howard. I feel like every time he's healthy or we have to use him, they didn't use him barely in the Tampa Bay game, the wild card. And then 2019 before he left, they didn't use him in that, that wild card game against the Seahawks. I mean, it was horrible. It was absolutely just horrible. James goes, I'll take Robinson. He better than Chark and Juju. I mean, look, Chark I was a big fan of because even though he had the foot injury last year, he had 1,000 yards the year before that. I think 8 or 9 touchdowns, something like that. And that was when Gardner Minshew was the quarterback, and I think that connection with both of them was really good at the time. But I believe Green 20 says, Joey, I need you to speak into existence Dante Jackson to Philly. Bro, that would be insane. That would be insane. I'm trying to see. Miles Jack is interesting to me. Really is. Very, very interesting. Black Lion says, hey, Brody, what do you think of Laviska Shenault? I liked him coming out of college. Do you think we get him? Now, what did Laviska Shenault do last year? Because I have no idea, because I didn't follow the Jaguars really too much last year. So what did Laviska Shenault do? Did he have injuries? Did he play well? Why are they releasing him? Obviously, they're getting rid of him because they signed Zay Jones. They have Christian Kirk as of right now. So Laviska is Rager straight up. Clark Howard says, we don't need a running back. Keep the stable we have. I like the stable that we have, but look, you can always look. I don't know if the Eagles are going to pay Miles Sanders in the future. I have no idea. You know what I mean? There's a health concern with Miles Sanders right now, which kind of scares me a little bit. You know what I mean? Dwayne Evans says, trade for Marcus Williams. One Reddick will not do it. Oh, well, no, I think they'll Marcus Williams is a free agent anyway, so you don't have to trade for him. Ryan Rose, Allen Robinson has a great quality of an athleticism and working out of the defense. Oh, yeah, definitely. He's a big body receiver, and he's got good catch radius. The break of his route is fantastic. He's fast. You know what I mean? So, Lions then said, Joey, if we can't get Deshaun Watson, can we get Derek Carr? I don't think we're going to get him, dude. I don't think they're going to go after a quarterback if they can't get Deshaun Watson. I don't think it's going to happen. So, it really depends. Even though they said the Eagles are out of the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, I still don't believe it. I feel like the Eagles are still monitoring to see what the market's going to be. And honestly, the Eagles have the most, draft compensation. So honestly, at this point, like the Texans are going to answer the phone for the Eagles at this point to see what happens. Rowan Kelly said, let's go, Joey. I'm here. Let's go. You're live. I came late yesterday. I had soccer practice. You're good. Rowan, you're good, man. You're good. Jim says Hassan was the best news I heard. Dude, that was a good start. Hassan Ridgeway. I always say Hassan Ridgeway. I don't know why. Hassan Reddick. Sorry. Definitely different players. So, Chris Europe says, "What up, Joey? You guys doing all right?" Yeah, dude, Chris, we're doing fine. We're just it's early. I mean, obviously it's almost 10:30 in the morning right now. We're getting ready. Yeah, we missed on DJ Chark, but obviously the Eagles weren't as interested as they wanted to be, and it was only a 1-year deal, which is kind of crazy. We coming off of a foot injury last year, with barely any production. Just Miles Jack, linebacker from Jags, just got released. Eagles need to get him. Yeah, we just talked about it before. Miles Jack released by the Jags. That's a big one. That's somebody you could really bring in and produce. I like that a lot. I really do like that. Rufus says, Clark, we don't have a running back who can't play more than 50% of the season. We need to draft a stud. And that's the issue we have with Miles Sanders. Like, Miles Sanders was almost out for 3 weeks, and they started him. They started him in that. They gave him all the snaps pretty much. They barely used Jordan Howard. They barely even used Boston Scott. And Boston Scott's a free agent, I think, right now. So, he wasn't even 85. Miles Sanders wasn't even 85% healthy for this game. I mean, that's how bad it was. I mean, it was bad. Cass Phillips said, yeah, I wouldn't mind Miles Jack. Definitely, bro. Steve Silvisca is a Swiss Army knife. Oh, so you could put him all over the place. Texas, if you want Watson, you need to complete roster, and Saints or the Panthers don't have that. I think the Eagles just have more compensation. Like what do the Panthers have? Like they're going to have to give away like high picks for the next 2-3 drafts. I mean, I don't think they have anything really concrete right now. Because you undo the sources, but y'all won't believe a source. Are we interested? Louis Riff said, come on, people, let's get serious. Watson doesn't want to come to Philly. Truthfully, I don't know how all these other teams that are interested in him have the capital to bring them to their team. Lyles Fly says, what about Landon Collins? I wouldn't do Landon Collins because he's more in the box safety. His coverage isn't good. I need to get a guy that can help in the back end with coverage, and he's not the right guy for it. You know what I mean? If you want to add him and another player, depending on how much he's going to cost, I highly doubt it. So we'll see. Rowan Kelly says, can we see Marcus Williams today? Joey, what you think? I love Marcus Williams. And even Jabril Peppers as well, because the Eagles have been connected to his name for a while. So it should be interesting. Cheryl Walker Devine says, Howie is the reason top QBs don't want to be here. I mean, it could be true. But, Howie's just made some. I mean, we traded a franchise quarterback in Carson Wentz. We acquired a quarterback in the second round in Jalen Hurts. And this is where we're at right now, unfortunately. So, do I like the quarterback situation right now? Not as much, because I don't know how much faith I'm going to have in Jalen Hurts actually doing anything this year or making the same repetitive mistakes. I'm hoping to God he does work out, but it's really hard for me to say he's going to. So, John C. says, Chark going to the Lions is proof no one wants to come to the heaviest run offense in the NFL with Hurts at QB. Poor business decision for a wide receiver, sadly. I don't know if it's really our fault, but it doesn't matter for a run-heavy offense. It doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, like, the ball has to get to these receivers, I mean, like Quez Watkins, 647 yards, would have had 1,000 yards this year. I mean, you look at Devontae Smith, he's a number one receiver, and I feel like they don't even treat him like that. At the last game of the season against the Cowboys, they force-fed him the ball to break Deshaun Jackson's rookie record, which was total BS, which was horrible. I hated it. I didn't like it. And then all of a sudden, they get into this Tampa Bay wildcard game. They didn't throw the ball they didn't target Devontae Smith until there was 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's insane. Because I don't think Hamilton will fall. I say we take young Marcus Williams. UNUVS also says Miles Jack would be a great turnaround for the D. Dude, I'm starting to really want Miles Jack a little bit. Come here. I really am. Texted Miles Jack and Marcus Williams incoming. Dude, that'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. So I'm not seeing the Eagles reportedly have no interest in signing Juju Smith-Schuster. I wonder why. They wanted him so bad last year, and then there was interest this year, and then totally now they don't want him. So maybe that means that they're going after somebody else if it's reported that they don't want him, maybe it means they're going after somebody else. So I'm not really sure what the case is. I'm not really sure. So, I mean, we'll find out. We'll find out. So Kyrie Moore says Eagles are going for Robinson, and that's what it looks like right now. The Eagles are going after Allen Robinson, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs. So that's going to be some tough competition. How do the Chiefs have cap space? I don't know. Kelsey will say, "Oh man, if we got Miles Jack, it would put defense over the top." No, I mean, I think Miles Jack. I think with better coaching, and I think he would play really well. I really do. Miles Jack is young. I mean, he's young. You know what I mean? Ron Kelsey, what do you think Fletch is worth? As of right now, if the Eagles could put a trade out, and it just depends because before June 1st, it's going to be a $40 million dead cap. It's going to be $40 million dead cap. So at this point, the Eagles have to charge more. They have to charge more for Fletcher Cox because they're getting hit with that $40 million in dead cap. Now, if it's after June 1st, it goes from 40 to 12, which is really a huge difference. So they can get something that could help them for the future and draft picks or whatnot. So I think they have to ask for a late first round pick or a second at this point. They're gonna have to, if they're gonna hit with that $40 million in dead cap, they're gonna have to. If they have to eat up that money, they're going to have to do it. You know what I mean? Ivory Rejoin says, just saw a report that says we aren't interested in Juju. No more Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm actually really happy about that. That's just me, though. Kelsey Keck says, it's funny reading about the Reddick signing. Some say great steal, some say bad overpay. I see Gannon now has his online, Mike. Show me what you got, Richie. Dude, like Gannon has got his guy that moves around from strong side linebacker now to an edge rusher. It's going to make a huge difference with Hassan Reddick being here. I mean, this was a monster signing. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. I think the Eagles got the best pass rusher, literally the best pass rusher that could play multiple positions, okay, for the price we got him at. I think it was a fair price. It wasn't a steep price. I think it was fair. I saw Laviska Shenault trade. I really wouldn't like him, but he is a pretty good player. Tex says, if you get someone like a Rob, do you think Eagles involve him a lot and kind of get out of run first kind of offense? Well, if you get someone like a Rob, I don't get what you're saying. Argary says Miles Jack is 100% a star. That's going to be really interesting. Clark said that would be a wild if we get Miles Jack. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, I would start to see this defense really come together nicely. And then you got 3 first-round picks in this draft. That's why this stuff is so exciting, bro. Like, the signings that they could do right now, it's crazy. And that's ginger ale, by the way. I have it in like a beer mug, but it's not beer. So, just letting you know. Because he is Hassan hybrid linebacker because a lot of highlights I see him playing as more. Yeah, definitely. Like he's a hybrid linebacker that can literally move from Sam linebacker to edge rusher. I mean, you could depending on the matchups, you could do a lot. But adding another linebacker like Miles Jack to the mix could help that too. You know what I mean? So you get your Alex Singleton type. You know, I think it's a huge upgrade from Alex Singleton. So Limicott says we fleeced the Colts so hard, bro. We did. I mean, you got a first-round pick for Carson Wentz. I mean, that's just unheard of. Tay Wright says, we still love Jacoby Stevens. I think with more playing time, he could be a good linebacker. Yeah, I mean, he could play linebacker and safety. I think he's a hybrid linebacker / safety. I think he could play both positions. That's why I like Jacoby Stevens a lot. But, you know, I think going into year 2, you know, with a full off season and maybe, you know, we'll see him compete and see what happens. You know what I mean? Jack is 26. 26 is a good age, man. Good age. Corey Little says Jarvis Landry would be clutch for us. Dude, I don't know if I want Jarvis Landry, bro. I don't know if I want him. I don't know. So It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. There is 309 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does help out the channel out a lot. And yes, check the description below. Memberships. We do like miscellaneous membership videos and other stuff like that. Definitely check all that out. We do a podcast with Philly 500. If you guys don't know, we do that every single week. It's very exciting. And we're ready to go. Free agency day 2. Miles Jack's available. Eagles are going after Allen Robinson. There's a lot going on right now. So I'm loving it. Loving every minute of it. Rufus Rogers says, why is everyone so hyped on Ojabo? He can't play the run, and is only dangerous when he has the best defensive end in college on the other side. That's what people are saying. But if you look at the tape and look at his explosiveness, he just shoots out on tape, okay? He can get in the backfield. He is a very raw talent. Now, I understand people want the proven day one player, but I think in the wrong run, Ojabo's so raw that his ceiling is so high right now, okay? Because when I watched the tape on Aiden Hutchinson, I used to say, who is that other guy on the other side? He's always getting in the backfield. He's always beating his man. I don't – look, if Ojabo was a defensive tackle and he was next to Hutchinson, I can understand, I guess, maybe, but he's playing on the opposite side, okay? Ojabo is going to be a wrecking ball. He's going to be a wrecking ball. And I think the Eagles have a lot of interest in Ojabo as of right now. So I'm pretty pumped about it. Dawes Mantel said, Marcus Williams and Miles Jack are my 2 biggest targets right now. Now everybody wants Miles Jack. Everybody wants Miles Jack now. Coach Kick said next year, 3rd for Minshew. I'd agree with that. I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, I think the lowest we get, I think the lowest we can get, for him is, I'd say a 3rd round pick is fair. I think it's fair. You know what I mean? Skrilla95 said, early morning stream. I'm ready to get my coffee ready. What I missed so far? Nothing. I mean, Allen Robinson looks like the Eagles they're trying to acquire Allen Robinson right now. Miles Jack just got released by the Jaguars. The Eagles have no interest in Juju Smith-Schuster. So that's awesome. So there's a lot of things going on. Nothing on the safety end of things right now. We haven't heard much about Marcus Williams or, we haven't heard about Jabril Peppers, nothing like that. So, I mean, there's time to really see what they're going to do. And by the way, I love Mushroom Head, by the way, for years, since like middle school. So, dude, I'm with you. Texas, am I the only one that thinks been high on Roseman? I have so much confidence in him right now. I don't know why, but I like it. Well, I think the Hassan Reddick signing was really good. The Calvin Ridley trade would have been even better because otherwise we wouldn't be even going for a wide receiver right now. You understand? Like that Calvin Ridley trade would have been smart, but it's not Roseman's fault that didn't happen. Now, Howie Roseman's never going to be off the hook for a while because of what he did since the Super Bowl and keeping the same players and not hitting on these drafts. He got us into cap hell, got us out of cap hell. But now this is his time to shine. This is the offseason. Like this is his last year of Howie Roseman on his contract with the Eagles as a GM. So, I mean, there's a lot rolling on this right now. There's a lot rolling on it. So, you know what I mean? So we're just going to have to, find out, I don't know. John C. said, Rufus, he's only been playing football for 5 years. He's from Africa. He has so much upside. Jordan Miller says, can't believe Chark went to the Lions. Yeah, on a 1-year deal, man. A 1-year deal. So, I mean, the market must have not been strong for him. Maybe it wasn't strong. Coming off that foot injury last year, I'm not really sure. Should be interesting, though. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through all of these comments right now, but there's a lot coming in. William Steele said Doug P. wanted Rager. Makes sense. Paying Kirk what kind of money? Yeah, dude, why? I mean, no wonder the Eagles stay away from Christian Kirk. And we want to put Christian Kirk in the slot as a slot receiver getting paid that much money? Hell no. I mean, they overpay. I mean, they totally well overpaid. It wasn't just like they overpaid him. That's like an understatement. They totally man, crazy. Clark says we need to stay a top ranked running squad. No, definitely. I mean, no. Running back's got to stay good. But look, the running back position is great, but you have to keep this offensive line in contact. Okay, you have to keep this offensive line together because at the end of the day, okay, you got Landon Dickerson. That was a 2nd round pick that we really didn't know what he was going to do. He was a high ceiling pick, analytical pick coming off of an ACL injury. 2 knee injuries, 2 ankle injuries, and that worked out. You're very young at the left side of the line right now. Okay, Jordan Mailata, a 7th-round rugby player, turned to a Pro Bowl left. That's going to be a Pro Bowl left tackle for years to come. Okay, don't get me wrong on that. Jason Kelsey's coming back for 1 year. So center's going to be a hole that's going to open up. You have Nate Herbig that can play both guard spots. I think he plays better at right guard. You have Jack Driscoll. That's a solid right guard. But do I think he's the guy? Definitely not. I think they can upgrade that position. Lane Johnson's getting old, so his time might come, sooner or later. So as of right now, potentially, Isaac Samalo, was injured the whole year. So what is Isaac? And Isaac Samalo is making a good penny right now. So what are you going to do with Isaac Samalo? I have no idea. What are you going to do with him? I don't know. Does he come back and try to compete at right guard? I mean, I have no idea. But offensive line is going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got Joe Gabriel. So, hey, Joe, do you think the Eagles can sign Miles Jack? It seems like he'd be released by – dude, Miles Jack is what I'm looking at right now. I'm going on Twitter. Let's see here. I'm trying to look to see if there's anything else right now. I mean, it's quiet. So Cowboys are going to sign Randall Gregory to an extension worth over $13 million. I know they signed the safety that they got from the Colts. Cowboys re-signed Randy Gregory, 5-year, $70 million deal, $28 million. God, Cowboys that make no sense to me right now what they're doing. Defensively, they look really good. Offensively, they're going to do something, but oh man, I don't know. So the Browns, Panthers, Saints are hoping persuade Texans QB Deshaun Watson to waive his no trade clause. The two losers of the battle need a worthwhile consolidated prize, and Eagles QB Gardner Minshew makes the most sense. That's interesting as well. Maybe they add Gardner Minshew in that deal as well. So, Steve, Robinson's going to cost a little bit of a penny. He's not going to be that cheap as everyone thinks because the teams are going to start bidding now. Teams are going to start bidding on him a lot now. So it's going to be interesting what they do. It's going to be interesting. Lumicott says, Clark, hell no. We got Devontae. No, hell no. Hell no. Rowan Kelly, I like Miles Sanders, but I think we shouldn't re-sign him to a value of running back isn't as valuable as they used to be, and that's what some people don't understand. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not big on paying running backs a lot of money. Look at Ezekiel Elliott. He's like an $18 million cap hit for the Cowboys, and they get rid of Amari Cooper before they get rid of Ezekiel Elliott. They have Tony Pollard that can pretty much play special teams, make plays, and be a dual threat running back in the backfield for the Cowboys. And they don't use. I mean, that's just me. Ezekiel Elliott's not the same anymore. These running backs, they don't produce. Only the biggest generational talents produce for a long time. But as of right now, there's not much that they do in the league right now. Dawson Van Tal says, I like going young defensive players in free agency and then draft defensive end, O-line, wide receiver. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would like to do. I think they go offensive line, definitely. They might pick up maybe a rotational, maybe a backup piece for camp. That could be maybe a swing guy. I don't know. They'll go offensive line mid-round, most likely. Running back mid-round, most likely. Wide receiver, I don't know what they're doing. We're going to see right here if they're going to go after one. We're going to see if there's any more news that pops up. Nimacott says Smith needs love. He's a stud wide receiver. Steve H says Laviska is, bro. Text I want Eagles to draft Ojabo corner, hoping Stingley falls. No way Sauce does that, and then a linebacker. With Stingley, it's going to be interesting because we haven't seen. Obviously, he didn't do his testing, so we're going to check out his pro day to see anything. So obviously, since his freshman year, he hasn't really been the same. Okay, but he would be the number one corner right now. Sauce might be ahead of him just because maybe there's less. How do I say this? I guess just because from what Sauce has done, it's the commitment. It's pretty much what it is because Stingley with the injuries, obviously, and I can't wait to actually see Stingley's to see his 40 time and check out some of his other testing, see his coverage, see how good he's gotten. So we go. Oka Samora's Razor says, so KC signed Justin Reed. Yeah, they actually signed Justin Reed late last night. That deal went down last night. Roland Marino says the Jags just released Miles Jack. Should we look at it? Dude, I'd look at it. I look at it right now. I'm not kidding. Alex Singleton is going to be gone. I mean, they didn't put a tender on him, and this could be your guy. This could be your guy right here. But I'm not saying, look, if they sign Miles Jack, I won't be mad at all. I really don't. Because if that's the case, they might not even add another receiver. I mean, another linebacker in this draft. So that could be the case. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get through all of these. There's a lot. I'm sorry. If I don't get to your comment, if somebody puts out a super chat or whatnot, and then I can read after that, after I read the super chat, everybody put down what you got to put down so I can get through these. Eagles rule with the super chat. Appreciate it. It says, would you trade up for Stingley? It just depends where he's going to go. I don't know where he's going to land. I don't know where he's going to land because I don't know. I think we have to see his pro day first before we can really see where he's going to go. I think he might go in the top. He could go top 15. I think there'll be a team that maybe takes a chance. That's the feeling that I get from this. So we'll see. Javier said double dipping at wide receiver. The draft is not likely. I wouldn't mind, say, Mechie in the second, Calvin Austin in the third. Mechie is just all speed. Now, I'm hoping that Mechie actually has route running ability. I like Mechie a lot. I just hope he's not just one of those speed guys and can't do anything else. That's what I'm hoping he's not like that. I mean, I've seen different on tape, obviously. I'm hoping he has some route running ability, which I think he does. And Calvin Austin's it's really good. I think Calvin Austin, you could line him up anywhere, inside, outside receiver. You can line him up all over the place. So Big D says replacing that lazy Jamoke Rager and that bum JJ is a must. And that's definite. That's definite, bro. I agree 100%. Dominic Glovinazzo says no longer interested in Juju. No more Juju Smith-Schuster. No more. That's it. So the guy says, geez, all the good free agents are dropping like flies. How he needs the top move quick, Reddick aside. Yeah, I mean, look, I think the Robinson trade is going to be a bid. It's going to be a bid war for him. It might be. It really depends where Allen Robinson wants to go. Howie Roseman could be like, hey, look, we're building something really good here. You got Devontae Smith here. Like, the receiver core is really good. Offensive line is really good. But it really, to attract a wide receiver, the quarterback has to play well. Okay? I don't know what Allen Robinson's going to really think of Jalen Hurts. So I'm not really sure right now. You know what I mean? Rich says, darn it, Chark is gone to the line. Yeah, Chark was on a 1-year deal, bro. 1-year deal. I don't know why. I mean, it could be the injury, but I don't know why they signed him to a 1-year deal. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit. Brian Cruz says, who would you have became like TA or Odell Beckham Jr.? Odell Beckham is probably going to stay with the Rams, Brian, just because he likes it there. He's talked about staying there. So, I mean, yes, he would be great. I'm glad he found a home. You know what I mean? I think, like, in my heart, I feel good about him just because, he really did a good job. He really did a good job for the Rams. Obviously, getting hurt really hurt them in the Super Bowl, but they're able to pull it out, though. We should draft James Cook in the second or third. I would not mind that at all. If they go after double down on, like, edge rusher when they get linebacker or whatnot, what they want to do in the first round. More, I think Howie signs Marcus May from Jets for a 1-year deal. We'll see. UN says trade Hurts, Minshew, Dillard, and a first for Watson. I'd be totally fine with that. Taylor said, if we get Nakobe Dean or some backup and help, it would drastically change our defense. I agree. They get Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean in the first round. I think it drastically just changes the way it's like you want this hybrid defense. You have the players to do it when you add more linebackers. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting. We need to see what the Eagles are doing at cornerback with Steven Nelson coming back. I mean, I haven't heard nothing on Steven Nelson. I mean, I even went on his Twitter. I've been kind of like seeing like what he's doing, and I haven't heard nothing from him. So we have Shaw Sharp. What's going on, man? It's just so Bobby Wagner and Miles Jack. Yeah, Bobby Wagner's still available as of right now. Let's see. Panthers do not want to include Christian McCaffrey. They're trying to. It looks like they're. We're gonna see. If I were the Seahawks, Cowboys, Jets, 49ers, I'd be very interested in Miles Jack. Eagles, Chiefs, and Texans make sense too. Yeah, obviously. We need linebackers bad. If you guys remember what Howie Roseman said at the end of the year press conference, he said they don't have linebackers for the type of scheme they want to run. That just shows me they want to get a linebacker right there. Howie said that at his press conference. He said, we don't have the right linebackers for the scheme. And that's just the truth. That's just the truth. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Second says Mechie do have good routes for real, like Jim. I mean, when I looked at it on tape, I thought Mechie ran really good routes. I just hope I'm not getting fooled. You know, the trickery that you get watching these guys have a lot of speed. Like Mechie's got speed. Mechie can catch. Mechie's good. Clark Roberts. Smash the like button, everyone. Appreciate it, man. Big D says, wish they could make the trade for Watson, but won't happen. Look, to me, I don't think it's going to happen. Look, I think they're going to is it true that Howie Roseman's sitting there trying to get something done? Probably, but I don't know. I think the Eagles are just going to have to give up way too much. They're going to have to give up multiple first rounders. They're going to have to give up. Hey, look, if they give up a first rounder for this year and next year, then I guess it's a little bit better. But at the end of the day, I want to build this roster. Okay, build your roster, trade back one of your first round picks, and if Jalen Hurts doesn't work out in 2022, you trade up to get a quarterback in 2023. Because we're lucky right now; we're not paying a quarterback a lot of money right now. I think that's what's the great thing about it. So we got Nathaniel also. Yep, we heading toward Eagles going hard at another receiver in the draft. Damn it, Ridley, you had one job. I know, dude. It sucks. It sucks. I wanted Ridley so bad. And look, I can't blame Howie for that. And really, I have to give respect for the Falcons for not trading him here because the Falcons could have easily traded him here. Okay, easily could have traded him here. And yeah, we could have got screwed over, but I'm really happy they didn't do it. Like Howie Roseman's smart, man, because he knew the markets for all these receivers and where they would go. And Calvin Ridley would already be a Philadelphia Eagle right now. So it sucks, but I'm hoping for the best, man. They're going after Allen Robinson now. And if that doesn't work, they're going in this draft and getting a receiver. If we don't get a receiver in free agency, if pretty much all the good receivers are gone, we're going in the draft to get our guy. I mean, the Eagles have already met with Treylon Burke. You know, they've already met with some guys already. You know what I mean? And Burke being one of them from Arkansas. We got Amigo Sammy says we should draft a line from Florida. He's to be good. I don't know how people are overlooking him and locked up some good receivers and Slay would be a good mentor. Yeah, Alam is okay. I think what I'm worried about with Alam is really just he's very grabby. Like I've seen him take full 2 fists of jersey. So I get a little weird on his hands. He's physical. Don't get me wrong. He's very physical. But I see him hold a lot. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I have him as like the 4th best corner on my board right now. I mean, I really like Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson a lot. So, I mean, that's definitely, and Sauce looks like he's going to go top 10. I don't think he's making it out of the top 10, which is better for us. That helps us get a linebacker. That helps us get a edge rusher if that is the case. So, and he says, what do you think of if we get reports of Eagles meeting with Watson soon, you can theoretically trade the most without getting rid of key guys? I think they could do that. They don't have, well, that's the whole point of it. The point is you don't want to give up too much, but at the same time, you have the capital. You have the draft capital to do it. So if you don't have to give 2 first-round picks and like 3 players, I mean, I thought that Russell Wilson trade was absolutely ridiculous. 2 first, 2 seconds, and 3 players. I mean, that's ridiculous for a 33-year-old quarterback that you have a really short span with in the next 3 to 4 years. Maybe he lasts that long. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Teddy Gorman says, no trading up. If anything, trade one of the first picks next year. Dude, definitely. Trade back one of your first-round picks and build this roster. And then you can get a first-round pick for next year. On top of that, maybe get a second or something else. Like, they have to get an extra second-round pick and a first-round pick for next year. That's what I'm hoping that they do. Brian said, who you have DK Metcalf for? But you're on the Eagles. DK Metcalf, bro. DK Metcalf. He's on a rookie deal right now. He's young. He'd be an excellent number 2. You know what I mean? You can line him up inside, outside, doesn't matter. He's a big body, plus with speed and physicality, which is great. But it's going to cost you a first-round pick for him at the end of the day. D-Man said, I'll trade a 3rd for Tyler Boyd, honestly. Tyler Boyd's good. I like Tyler Boyd a lot, but I don't know if that's even going to be possible. Todd said, it looks like Watson is going to Carolina. Is it? Really? Let's see here. I mean, it could. I mean, they're really trying to get a deal done, but I'm saying, like, I want to see what this deal looks like. You know what I mean? I really want to see what this deal looks like with Carolina. If that's the case, like of how much they're going to have to give up because they don't have as much draft compensation. Like they're probably giving up draft picks for this year and next year and multiple first and multiple second. I mean, who knows what they're giving up? But like the Eagles are going to have to, look, the Eagles are going to have to give up a lot at the end of the day. D-Train says signing a one-year deal not to play with Hurts. Yeah, I don't know if that's the case, bro. I don't know. Is Jalen Hurts attracting more free agents to come here? I don't know. I really don't. That's what's really hard for me to do. DeAndre Sutherland says, what's next for us? As of right now, I'm looking for a safety sign, looking for a wide receiver sign. Allen Robinson is definitely still on the board right now. So, we'll see. He's still available. Definitely injury. Chark is a good player, but say sign him to a 3-year deal and he gets injured. I think that's why. I really maybe the foot injury did scare some people last year. Maybe that's the case on why teams aren't really taking a big chance. So I'm not really sure. Dominic Giovanazzo says he's trying to prove himself and then go to the open market again and get the cheddar. Yeah, maybe that's what the thing. Maybe that's what it is. Because really, he hasn't been good since like the last two. He hasn't been good since like 2 years ago. So I get it in that sense. Big D says slant boy would help if he wasn't such an Antonio Brown level diva. Ryan Rose says Hassan Reddick will be playing zone to zone and quickly to get a great pocket to routes to have a good mindset. Definitely. Jay Monty says, as long as Hurts is QB, stay away from free agent wide receivers and just focus on defense and run game. I mean, yeah, I would like to add another piece. If they don't add another piece wide receiver wise in free agency, I wouldn't mind going to the draft if that's the case. And I don't know if the Eagles are going to wait. If they don't get a receiver right now, I don't think they wait until the second round. I don't think they go in the first round and get a receiver. I think they do it. You know what I mean? So, I mean, who knows? I could be wrong, though. Jay Cox, give me Emmanuel Sanders on a 1-year deal with draft Christian Watson in the second. Jason says, give me Allen Robinson and a Penn State guy to our Temple defensive end we just got. But anyway, also, I need to find out what these Browns are offering for Deshaun because this stuff is heating up fast to have a Deshaun be like, all right, let me go holla at them real quick. Baker Mayfield's probably fuming right now. I mean, he's probably fuming right now. I'm not even kidding. Isaac Xavier, so hypothetical trade Samalo and Rager, maybe Dillard to the Jets for 2 second-round picks right now. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, that's for 2 second-round picks. I think that's a great deal. Victor Phoebus says Stingley to Philly. It could be a possibility, but I'm not sure if they go after. I'm not sure if they go after him in the first round. Gary says we need wide receiver desperately. I wouldn't say desperately we need wide receiver because a lot of people crap on Quez Watkins, and I don't know why. I think more blame goes on these wide receivers than this quarterback because this quarterback. I think Quez Watkins would have had 1,000 yards this year. Devontae Smith had under 1,000, which is BS because if Devontae Smith's on another roster right now, he's making over 1,200 yards. No joke. I think he would be the best wide receiver coming out. I think the best receiver in yardage would be Devontae Smith if he's on another roster right now. And honestly, I think Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator, is going to be on the hot seat next year, as well as Jonathan Gannon. So, Kyle, where's his Miles Jack? Miles Jack got released, man. Miles Jack got released. Dude. Okay, breaking. Dolphins are re-signing wide receiver Preston Williams. Okay. Man, come on, Allen Robinson, bro. I hope they hit on this. They get Allen Robinson. Oof, my God, this is going to be insane. It's going to be insane. We got a super chat from Eagles Gang. What's going on, bro? He says, I can't believe Chark is off the board. And what do you think about Miles Jack? He got released. Dude, I'd pick him up. I mean, bring him in, see what he could do. I'd pick him up. I don't know how much he's going to cost, but 26, 27 years old, whatever he is right now. I mean, I'd bring him in. Why not? Add more bodies to your linebacker core. I mean, I don't see why not, dude. I really don't. So, Chark is off the board. And honestly, I think it's just, I guess it's worry about his injury because he hasn't really done anything since, from like 2 years ago. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons. Probably one of the biggest reasons. So hold on one second. Kevin Sass says, if we get the pieces that Gannon needs for this defense, there's no excuse if this defense isn't significantly better. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no excuse for it. Like, look, they're going to add a lot of pieces. That's why I think Jonathan Gannon is going to be on the hot seat this year. I mean, that's why I think he's going to be on the hot seat. So that's all me, though. Rockdar says, who Shark signed to? He signed to the Detroit Lions on a 1-year deal. I don't even know how much. I forgot how much it was. Deborah Norris says, Devontae and Quez couldn't get open again against the Bucs in the playoffs. I was at the game. We need the elite player at wideout possibly. That's not true. Quez Watkins was open 3 times on 3 potential touchdowns, and he did not, and Jalen Hurts did not see him. Watch the tape again. 3 times. 3 times. And probably Devontae Smith got a lot of attention in that game, but they didn't throw to Devontae Smith till the 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. It's no joke, man. Like, that's why, like, I don't know why people blame these wide receivers. Like, these receivers have been open all year long. Anticipation on throws is what Jalen Hurts' biggest problem is right now. It's just the truth. You even see, like, the mic'd up version of that Tampa Bay game, and the Tampa's defense on the sideline even said, oh, he can't read defenses. He can't read defenses. That really worries me. It does. Everybody in the league knows that Jalen can't read a defense. Rafael Brown said, what do you think about trading for Devontae Parker since they signed back? I'm not sure. Like, how old is Parker anyway? I remember a few years ago I wanted him. I definitely remember that. Dylan says, I heard the Marcus Williams or Honey Badger would be as expensive people think. Also, Miles Jack released by Jags. Come on, Howie. Dude, make a move, man. You got to make a move right now. Marcus Williams, I would love it. Honey Badger, I don't know. I think he wants to go to a contender. I'm hearing some news about the Cowboys going after Honey Badger now, so I'm not sure. And Bobby Wagner. I mean, we'll see. I doubt it, but Miles Jack, I think they just have to add him to this roster. I mean, I think they really should. So I think they should. I wouldn't get Janoris Jenkins, man. Janoris Jenkins is going to be a bust here. I don't think he's going to play well as a number 2 corner. I haven't liked him. I really never liked him when he was with the Giants. I didn't like him when he was with the Saints. I didn't like him. We got, Thomas says, look like the Eagles not going to sign no more players. Give it time, bro. Give it time. There's negotiations going on. So obviously with moving Alex Singleton was a big deal. I mean, look, he was missing a lot of tackles. He's had some, he led the Eagles in tackles. He led the Eagles in tackles 2 seasons in a row. But at the same time, his coverage isn't good. He's nothing more than a backup at this point. We got a super chat from Rufus Rogers. Appreciate it very much, man. He said, look at the last 3 first-round picks. You wouldn't trade them for Watson. He's a generational player. Well, I think Watson would be the best quarterback in the division. If he comes to the NFC East as the Eagles starting quarterback, I think that Deshaun Watson is the best quarterback in the NFC East. I think if you get him, you pretty much get Deshaun Watson as the number 1. You have Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz, and obviously, Daniel Jones as the last, which we're not surprised. Crane said we could also sign with Will Fuller if he comes to that solid number 2. Will Fuller's would be good. Will Fuller's a very good cornerback as well. Jed Namath says Trey Burks if we don't get a receiver in free agency. Yeah, I think that'll be a high target for the Eagles, to be honest. Amal Agali says spend money on defense and draft Burke. They could do that. They still have to draft defensive guys. So Big D says I like Quez a lot. Bro, I love Quez, man. I think you have to give the guy more time. Like, he's shown a lot last year. My mic was off. Sorry. Quez Watkins, I like him a lot. They shown a lot last year. There was times where Jalen Hurts was so inaccurate and Quez had to aggressively get back to the football. It was pretty bad. Cody Killfeller says, I want Jackson, the corner from Panthers, in free agency. Jackson, the corner from the Panthers. Jackson? Who are you talking about? I know J.C. Jackson. Who's the corner from J.C. Jackson came from the Patriots? Who's Jackson? I don't know who that is. Sexton99 said, her start she'll be better than what people think. We'll have something to prove, I believe. I hope he put a stamp on it, bro. I hope that Jalen Hurts puts a huge stamp on it. So Paul says, Will Fuller's a head case, always hurt with off the field issues. No thanks. John Jones says, Trey Burks would be great in this offense. Yeah, I think he would too. Wants Alex Singleton is the worst player, one of the worst players I've watched. Chris Debo says, Miles Jack is available. We got to make that move. Dude, I think it's like legitly, I think that's like what they have to, I think they literally have to try and get it done. The Cowboys just paid a man with 16.5 career sacks, $70 million. Life's good over here. Yeah, Randall Gregory with 16.5 career sacks, and they paid him over $70 million. It's just crazy. Cowboys are I don't know what they're doing. Don McKenzie, as a Saints fan, I'm 50-50 on Watson. Great player, but the compensation. Yeah, dude, like, is it even worth it at this point? I mean, you guys are better off just getting just getting somebody and just waiting until next year's draft and just, kind of suffering through the year. Kind of what we're doing right now. Like, we don't want to go, like, we have a lot of draft compensation, 3 first-round picks. You know what I mean? There's just no, I think you need to build your roster before you go after a quarterback like this. Especially between a Matthew Stafford trade, you see the Russell Wilson trade and how much it's costing. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Big D says incoming butthurt Dak fanboys. Jake God says waiting. They're going to extend Slay next year for salary. Well, I think Slay is already on contract for another few years. I don't think he's a free agent. I think we're fine. Miles says get Metcalf or Lockett. One of them should be available, and that's another receiver I know and thinking about either. Tyler Lockett's a good receiver. You know what I mean? And he's up for trade. So I don't know if any teams are trying to acquire him right now. I've heard no news on Tyler Lockett. None on DK Metcalf and none on Tyler Lockett as well. Juan says, we need to get Miles Jack. We definitely got to get Miles Jack. There's no doubt about it. Justin Miller said, Will Fuller scammed the Dolphins last year. He's always injured. No thanks. Josh says, what do you think this is now the number one priority for the draft? The number one priority is defensive end. You got to add more of a pass rush. We're not done with the defensive line yet. Okay. Hassan Reddick is just one piece right now. Eagles gang says Miles Jack, please. Ronnie said, what positions would you target with the three picks? Like, as of right now, I think one of those picks is going to be gone. But if you told me like to pick 3 guys, I'd pick David Ojabo, Devin Lloyd. Okay. David Ojabo, Devin Lloyd. And as of right now, I would go get, man, with another first round pick. I don't know who else I would get. I would get another defensive tackle in Jordan Davis. I'd get Jordan Davis. I get Jordan Davis, Lloyd, and Ojabo. I would add 2 to that defensive line. Because Fletcher Cox, I think at this point, I don't know. Look, if he stays this year, if they don't try to trade him, I think he's going to be out the door within the next 1 or 2 years. I think that's definite. So Mike Hodge says 2 first-round picks this year, a first next year, 2 second, Hurts, Rager, and Dillard for Watson. 2 first this year, a first next year, and 2 second. 2 first, a first next year, and 2 seconds next year, Hurts, Rager, and Dillard. Oh, no. No, I would not even do that. That's insane, bro. That's insane. The Astro says, who is Miles Jack? Sorry, don't follow whatever team he's on. He's on the Jaguars. He's young, he's 26 years old. Jack was good coming down to UCLA. He had some knee issues, but he worked out really well. But Big D said, got to get a wide receiver in the NFL experience. That would help Jalen more and teach him additional things. These new guys can't quite do it yet. Donar says, y'all do like Pickens in the second, Justin Ross, or even Alec P in the third. Even Doxson as well from Penn State. I like him too. Chuck, did you hear what he just said? Dante Jackson, Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson is still with the Giants. Dante Jackson. Why are people saying Dante Jackson? Taylor says, who you got winning the tournament, Joey? The tournament? Dylan said, nah, Nate Gary was bad. Well, Nate Gary was worse. I think Nate Gary was worse, obviously, so. That's LeBron says, Joey, you was spot on about Quez Watkins. Like, I don't get why people give up on Quez that easy. Like, you got to give these guys time, bro. And plus, it's like, it's not all on these receivers. Like, Jalen Hurts Jalen Hurts got better from the early 2021 season to late 2021, but he still got issues, man. He still got issues right now. You know what I mean? It's just 647 yards. You're like, oh, it's like, dude, like, God, man, like they could do so much more right now. Okay, so Jack was released for a reason. Let's not forget that. Oh, well, a lot of players are released for a reason. Doesn't mean that they're going to go out. It doesn't mean they're not going to play good elsewhere. It's just, it is what it is. Plus, even if Miles Jack was playing bad, the Jaguars had no defense. They had no offense. They had no weapons. They had nobody. They got rid of all their veterans, obviously, a couple years ago. They're in rebuild mode, man. The Eagles are the best spot for Watson, to be honest. Panthers, Saints would have to give up too much draft capital and sacrifice building around him. The Eagles have the ammo to pull it off. That's what I'm saying. They do have the ammo to pull it off. That's why, I feel like the Texans did ask Carolina, we want Christian McCaffrey. And they're like, no, we're not giving you Christian McCaffrey. Well, then what are you trying to give them? Then what are you trying to do? They're gonna want a lot. They're gonna want a lot. Especially a team that has barely any draft capital and no multiple first round picks. You're kind of screwed on getting a guy like that. Big DC overpaid a guy worse than that we did after choking in the playoffs again. Michael Dennis, I would trade away the 15th pick for the first next year. 16th pick, I would draft defensive end. 19th pick, I would draft Traylon Burke. I'd be fine with that. As long as they trade back one of their first round picks, I'm totally fine with it. Whatever one it's going to be. Chris R said, imagine us giving Barnett that deal that Gregory Bro, I would be so pissed. Oh my God, I'd be so mad. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. I would be screaming. I'd be screaming. The world is going to be ending. That's what would happen. It's crazy. Exactly. I haven't heard anything on Derek Barnett at all, and I'm not surprised. So Big D's exactly what was Jack cut? Just now. I don't know. I don't know why. I have no idea. It's really up to Doug Pearson why. I don't know. I'm not sure. Regardless, the whole Watson situation, he could be suspended for the year. Too much risk. Keep him out of Philly. Texas, why do Eagles have to be competing with Chiefs for these free agents? I don't know, but they're going to have to sell Allen Robinson something. Kind of like when the last time we got a Bears receiver was Alshon Jeffrey in 2017. Look how that turned out. You know what I mean? Alshon Jeffrey took less money to come to Philadelphia. Took less money. I think he took a 1-year deal for $8 million and then obviously got that 4-year extension, which that extension for Alshon Jeffrey was fully guaranteed, was good at the time. That was a good signing at the time, when they extended him. But then he started getting hurt and then he started slowing down. And he really wasn't the same after that. So Dylan said Randy only has $28 million guaranteed, so that $70 million has got to be straight incentives. It's a lot of incentives. Double said, I do not want Juju. He's just not a difference maker to me. I'd rather have draft wide receiver than sign Juju. Would rather have Garrett Wilson, Olave, and Burks over him. Oh, 100%. 100%. Eagles will have the pick of the litter. I love Garrett Wilson from Ohio State. I love Olave a lot. Burks, I like him from Arkansas. Those are 3 really good receivers coming in this draft. I really do. The Eagles can pick. The Eagles will be in the. If they don't get a receiver in free agency, they can get into this draft and get somebody. There are options. They will be able to get a receiver this year. Cody Kivers said Dante Jackson, 26 Panthers corner, very fast, pretty physical. Check him out, Joey. Yeah, no, I didn't because we played the Panthers this year. Maybe I missed it because I was so pissed off in that game. This offense could not get anything going. The defense kept us in that game. I think we had 3 sacks, 3 picks in that game. I think 2 from Slay, 1 from Nelson. Crazy game. D-Man, Chenault is reportedly on the trading block. I'm giving up a third for him. He can work outside receiver. Yeah, put him in competition with Rager and JJ and see what he does. I'm telling you, he might beat both of them out. It might actually happen. Andrew Hernandez says, make a move for DK Metcalf. Need a superstar. That's true, bro. I'd give up a first-round pick right now. I've been wanting that since Russell Wilson got traded, bro. D-Man, Chenault is reportedly on the trading block. Oh, I did read that. G Brown says, how does Gregory get 70 million come off a 6-sack season? Confused. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the incentives. The overall deal is 70 million. So Bye, Murphy. What's going on, man? He said Watson being traded tomorrow to Carolina, 3 firsts and Jeremy Chin and more. Bro, that's just Eagles got to stay away from this. If that's what they want, there's no way. There's no way, bro. Appreciate you coming in, Bobby. Jack River says, are the receivers average, or is Jalen Hurts making them look average? I believe our receivers would be a lot better if we had a better throwing QB. I agree with you 100%. It's not all on the receivers, okay? If Devontae Smith is not getting over 1,000 yards, it's a problem. If the Eagles aren't passing Devontae Smith at the end of that Tampa Bay game until minute 15 in the fourth quarter, it's a problem, okay? Mo does not say, I would trade away the 15 pick for the first next year. Pick. I know we already saw that. Double says, would love to trade for DK or Lockett. I'd be fine with that too, depending on how much they want for Lockett. Yeah, Lockett is 29. Yes, Justin. Seaberg, he said, if Hurts doesn't improve as a passer, you think Philly moves on? I really hope he can. I'm hoping that he does. I want nothing else better than for him to work out, okay? I don't know if he's going to work out. I mean, as of right now, like, he played better at the end of the 2021 season. And at the end of the day, guys, like, Hurts didn't get us in the playoffs. Like, we got help getting into the playoffs. You know, we didn't win the East last year. You know what I mean? I want to make that push to kind of win the division next year and see what we could do if we can get to the playoffs again. But, you know, I'm not even worried about that right now. What I'm worried about is Jalen Hurts going to be the guy? If he makes the same, you're not going to need statistics for this. If you see the same repetitive mistakes, it's going to be, and plus with the ankle surgery that Jalen Hurts had as well, he's going to be missing all that time. You guys don't realize he's going to be missing a lot of time this offseason. He's not going to get the receivers together. He's going to make it by OTAs, but he's not going to be able to do what he usually does in the offseason. And that's another big problem. So the Eagles have to literally play this guy in preseason games. I don't give a crap about these scrimmages. They have to go into ththese preseason games. They have to at least play him 10 snaps the first game, play him for 2-3 quarters in the second game, and rest him the third week and just call it a day. I mean, that's what I would do. That's what I would do with him. I mean, that's what I would do. Rubens says we have the worst punter in the league. They need to, yeah, they have to. Aaron Sipos has kicked a lot of bad. I mean, he's kicked some short punts. I mean, pretty bad. It's not good. It's not good at all. Mouse, I would trade away the 15 pick for next year. Big D says they're drafting DT and defensive end. I agree. If Fletcher Cox gets traded, I mean, who knows? They might go after Jordan Davis. I mean, they could go after Jordan Davis. I mean, it could be. It could happen. You know what I mean? I don't doubt it. I do not doubt it, bro. I'm telling you, just give it time. We got a super chat from Eagles Gang. Appreciate it very much. He said, the smart move would be not to trade for Watson. I like the guy, but I want to keep my 3 first-round picks. We ain't a QB away, and I ain't giving up my whole future. No, dude, I definitely agree on that. Like, 3 first-round pick. If we give a 3 first-round picks, goodbye rebuilding this team. Goodbye to it. Then we're going to have to rely heavy on this offense. All the pressure is going to be on the Eagles next year. Deshaun Watson is going to have a lot of pressure on him going to next year. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not giving up 3 first-round picks. You keep Jalen Hurts for another year. Let him prove himself. You build your roster. That's how you should do it. That's how you should do it, man. I'm telling you. Laura Noah says, how do you feel about Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Al? I think he's got a lot of speed, really good route running. He's coming off of an injury. So, you want to, you're a little worried about that, but I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him at all. Marcus Spike says, we're going to end getting Robertson or Juju. We should definitely also draft a wideout with our third, first, or second round pick and continue to build our defense. I mean, look, if they get Robinson as of right now, I'm totally fine with it. And if they could draft a wideout, another receiver, maybe second, third round, if they want to do that, you know what I mean? Another guy back there that can compete against, Rager. I mean, it's slowly but surely. If they draft a receiver on top of getting one in free agency, they will kick them out the door very slowly. Okay, Rager, I think, will be on the roster next year just because it's a first-round pick. I don't think they're giving up on him yet, but as of right now, I mean, Nelson Aguilar was a lot better than Jalen Rager. And Rager had and Nelson Aguilar had some mediocre seasons, 2 mediocre seasons, a good year with the Eagles in his third year. His fourth year, all our receivers got hurt, and he really became the number one guy. And could have won some games for us. The Patriots game, the Falcons game, the Vikings game on the big reception where he just put his hands out and put his hands back in. I mean, at least with Nelson Aguilar, he got separation, but obviously couldn't catch the ball. You know, you went to the Raiders on a 1-year contract. He played really well. And then he got a big contract from the Patriots. You know what I mean? So, you know, he very up and down career. Rager hasn't even started his career yet. I mean, every opportunity was made for him, and he hasn't took away with it. So, and he's weak-minded. Always shutting off his comment section on IG and Twitter. Like, he knows, like, when the fans are about to beat him up over a game, he turns all his social media off. It's just so – just take it, bro. Like, you're just showing your weakness, dude. I can't stand it. They probably won't do that until because excuse for why he may be a turnover machine in 22. Laura Noah says, how do you feel about Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Alabama? Let's see. Laura Noah says, how do you feel about thoughts on Russell Gage? He's true. I like Gage a lot. I do like Gage. I have no problem with Gage. I don't know if they're getting rid of him. I think he is a free agent as well. Because I know the Falcons are going after AJ Green right now. I forgot who else they're going after. They're not really going after some really good receivers. I mean, Falcons need a lot of work. Let's see here. Watson is 26 years old. Name Brand says, we need Cox to be here if we draft Jordan Davis, trade Fletcher next year. I mean, we could. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, if they trade Fletcher Cox away, then they have to get Jordan Davis. I mean, at this point, I think they have to, unless they want to get after a Devontae Wyatt in the late first to early second round. They can get his teammate. If that's the case, I do like Devontae Wyatt a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. I wouldn't mind drafting Jordan Davis while having Fletcher Cox. That'd be monstrous. You'll have Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Milton Williams that I really do like a lot. Going into his second year, I have really high hopes for him, and then having Jordan Davis right next to him be a really good, really good two set. It'd be really nice. John O'Rourke says, "I'll bet Daniel Hunter." Yeah, Daniel Hunter is up for trade for the Vikings right now. He's only 26 years old. Daniel Hunter is good. He is really good. Another good edge rusher they could get for trade if that's the case. Big D saying Watson had bad defense his whole career. That's probably why he's refusing to come here. We'll see. We don't know everything yet. But Brady says, thought you just donated to yourself like a burner account? No, that's an actual person, bro. No, that's a person that has my picture. He changes his picture all the time. He puts my picture in I don't know who that is. No, I didn't donate to myself. No, I want Watson. Limit God says Rams won a Super Bowl. Remember that and trade all their picks. Well, yeah, it worked out for them in the end because honestly, if the Rams lost that Super Bowl, that would have sucked. I mean, that would have been really bad. That would have not been good whatsoever. I would have not enjoyed that, seeing that. We got Nate A26 with the super chat. Didn't say anything, but I appreciate the super chat, man. Jesse Morgandale says, would you give Seattle one of their first-round picks for DK Metcalf and a fifth? Oh, here's my wallet. Here. Take it. I'd do it right now. My money's all over the place, but it's all right. I'd do it right now. I would have no problem. Take my money. Take it now. I'd be totally fine with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Texas, I would literally trade Rager for literally anything. Dude, I don't think they're getting rid of him, unfortunately. So, Rock Doris, what's going on? He says, I want Mechie or Williams. I like both of those guys. Paul Robinson says, if we get Watson free agents, we'll want to come here and fill out the roster roles. That's true. I think I don't know how much Jalen Hurts is really attracting free agents. I don't think so. I just don't think they're attracting too many guys. I don't think they are. Eagles not reported. Miles Jack, come on down to Philly. There's people already trying to recruit him to Philly right now, which is kind of crazy. Miles Jack coming to Philadelphia. Texas, I don't want I didn't read this. Sorry, Rufus. The Rams Bucks proved what draft picks don't win rings. Great players do. And that's true. You can have the best roster. Look, you can take the Jets, for example, the past couple of years. Okay, when they signed all those players, they spent $123 million guaranteed dollars in players and did nothing. They were a 2 to 4 win team for the year. I mean, it doesn't matter what you have, especially with the coaching staff is makes a difference too. So I don't want Drake London. He reminds me of a JJ and USC receiver never work out, as we saw with Nelson. I'm not big on Drake London. He's a big body receiver. He's great, but his speed, he's just got no speed. I don't think he's worth for his speed. I just don't think he's a good first-round pick. I don't think he's first-round talent. I mean, he's going to get drafted in the first round most likely, but I'm not a big fan of Drake London. Put JB, Walker, Lloyd, or Williams would be amazing. I would totally. Walker is going to be tough, man. I think Walker is definitely over Ajabo now. I think because Walker is testing one so well, I think Walker will be look, here's this. Aiden Hutchinson will be a top 3 pick. Thibodeau will be a top 6. Okay. Walker will be a top 10. Ojabo will probably be, he could go top 10 as well, but I would say 8 to 12, 9 to 12, something like that, 9 to 13. So the Eagles are just there. But depending on how many corners get drafted in the first round, quarterbacks get drafted in the first round, it's just going to help us a lot further. Just think of that draft last year. Like, receivers were going off the board like crazy. I mean, everybody was going off the board to the point where we were down to just getting Devontae Smith with, the Giants pretty much right in front of us. So the Black Line says Aguilar balled for us in the Super Bowl. I had legit tears of joy. Me too, bro. I'm happy for him, what he's doing. So McGoverick Audio says 3 first for the guy is not the move. 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks. I also want to sweep Washington like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I agree, bro. I agree 100%, man. I agree. Dawson Mantel said, this taking too long. Let's make a move. I know, dude. I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting for something to happen right now. All right, so breaking. Dolphins signing offensive guard Connor Williams. Falcons tendered wide receiver Olamide. I can't even say his name. I don't even know how to say his name. Preston Williams re-signed with with Miami, which is interesting. Interesting enough. We have a super chat from Morgan Holmes. Appreciate it very much. He said, Burks, Robinson, Quez, Smith. If Jalen can't do it with that, then we need to move on. But trust me, I think Jalen is our long-term QB. I'm hoping he is, bro, but this is what I'm worried about. Okay. You saying they're going to still get Robinson and still get Burks in this draft? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't think if they get a receiver in free agency, if they get Allen Robinson right now, I don't think they touch a receiver in the first round, maybe the second, third rounder. But I don't think they go after another receiver if they get a wide receiver in free agency. I don't know. But we'll see. I'm hoping that Jalen Hurts works out, man. Trust me, as much as I love his mentality. I love everything about Jalen Hurts. And it seems like in games, nothing really bothers him. You know what I mean? So I like that attitude mentality of him, and I love it. So I'm hoping he does work out. MPB215 says Jermaine Johnson is ranked higher than David Ojabo. Is he now? Well, what I don't get is why they worked him out with the receivers at the combine. I think that's what really confused me about Jermaine Johnson. Like, he's a pass rusher. I think that people want to see him in a 3-4 scheme. Maybe there's a lot of teams that are more interested in him not being an edge rusher. I don't know. I'm not sure. But we'll see. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, I think Ojabo's better, but we'll see though. I wouldn't mind drafting Jermaine Johnson. Don't get me wrong. I love that pick. Brings to this wide receiver class looks deep. Sure, there's talent in round 2. It's deep into the second round, 100%. Definitely. Lord said, I feel like we drive receiver, a cornerback, D lineman, and go get Miles Jack and a safety in free agency. I mean, that sounds good to me, bro. They get at least Marcus Williams in this. Somebody, I don't care who it is. They added a couple defensive linemen in the draft. I'm totally fine with it. Let's see if there's anything else here. Everybody wants everyone's talking about Miles Jack in Philadelphia right now. Everybody wants Miles Jack to Philadelphia. I swear. That's what everybody wants. That's what everybody wants right now. No joke. Let's see here. Andre Chandler says, I'm not sold on any remaining free agent wide receivers. Allen Robinson is probably the only one I'm really interested in right now. Other than that, if they lose him, and they're already not interested in Juju Smith-Schuster, and that's fine. You know what I mean? I'm totally fine with that. So Jason Rowland says, we need to sign safety and free agency and draft a receiver. Yeah, I agree. Now, it depends where you're drafting a receiver. Like I said, in the first or second round, if the Eagles get a receiver right now that's proven like Allen Robinson, I think you go in the second round for a receiver if that's the case. Big DC Quandary Dig Slay sings his praises regularly. Texas says, hopefully Giants double dip on O-line. Don't want them getting sauce. Yeah, they draft they signed that guard, I think. I forgot. I think it was from the Titans. No, the Colts, I think. I'm not sure. So they signed another offensive lineman. That's why I love this team and offense, dude. Jeff Stoutland, what he's done with this offensive line is fantastic, bro. Like, look how much money we're saving with this offensive line right now. I mean, we're drafting, we're putting in young guys. I mean, we're set for a while. You know, obviously we need a right guard, you know, that's more proven, which I do think Jack Driscoll is pretty solid, but I think we could do better. Lane Johnson's getting old, obviously. And Jason Kelsey's only going to be here for this year. So we're going to find out. You know what I mean? It's going to need another, you know, Tyler Linderbaum is another guy in the draft I always had the Eagles maybe looking at, but, you know, we'll see. Name Brand says, we off to a better start than I thought with Reddick signing. Dude, I literally did not think we were going to make that move. I really didn't think it was going to happen. Not kidding. Didn't think it was going to happen at all. Bad News Gaming said safety Marcus Williams and May. Yeah. Eagles Gang says, yes, we need Miles Jack. Ryan Marinar says, would you trade a first-round pick for Lockett? No, I don't think so. If it's for a first-round pick, I would trade it for DK. Bobby J says, up, bro, what are we going to do with the back QB? We're not going to do anything. We're going to keep Jalen Hurts because let me tell you something. If the Texans want 3 first-round picks, I am not giving them it. It's just not happening for me. Not happening. Reese Scott says he is with the Jets now. Miles Jack's with the Jets? No, he's not with the Jets. Not yet. Name Brand said Ridley blew up the plans. Dude, I'm so pissed over that, man. Dude, Howie is so smart. I mean, look, I don't compliment him that much, but man, he knew this market really well. And trading for Calvin Ridley would have been a steal from what we could. I mean, that was a steal trade. That would have been a steal trade. I don't know what the compensation was. I hope we find out maybe what it was supposed to be. If I find out, I'll actually make a video on it. But man, it sucks. Stubborn LeBron says, then if I'm an Eagles, I go Burks over Robinson. Really? Burks over Robinson? If they can get, look, I don't know if they're going to be able to compete. Look, I don't know if they're going to be able to compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. How the Chiefs have that much cap space, I don't know, but we'll see. Samuel D. Jean says the Eagles are no longer getting Juju. Yeah, I'm pumped. How about that? D-Man says, get Jordan Davis at 15, Javon Walker at 16, then trade back 19 pick for another second and get Christian Harris later in the first. Interesting. Matt O'Penn says, first-round pick for Lockett. Are you crazy? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Big D says, I would trade Jalen Hurts over Comedy Cap any day of the week. Chuck says, Ridley gambled the plans away. Dude, it sucks, man. It sucks. Clark said Jag signed. Yeah, they signed Zay Jones. They signed Jay Jones and Christian Kirk. They signed Jay Jones, I think, yesterday. I think it was like late yesterday they signed him. Yeah, they got some receipt. Zay Jones, did he play well with the Raiders? I mean, I know he made some good plays. Like I said, I don't really watch a lot of other teams. I'm Jim Ruiz says, I want Miles Jack so bad in the draft. I would be a pig rolling in mud if we got him. Dude, same here, man. Same here. Sorry. My stream was on. Yeah, I am loud as hell. I hope I'm not too loud for you guys because sometimes I can get really annoying when I'm talking about stuff. Kamara says, y'all think the Linderbaum would be a good pick? I mean, I like Linderbaum, but I don't know. There's a lot of holes right now. And obviously, center's going to be a hole going into next year. So I don't know what they do. Eagles Gang said, what about OBJ? He got some leadership. He can teach Smith and was good last year, but I'm worried about his injuries. Yeah, the injuries do worry me. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I wouldn't mind it, but would he actually come to Philadelphia? Get some revenge on the Giants? I don't know. I'm not sure. Eagles talk from Delco. What's going on, man? He says Jarvis Landry. I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan. And if he wants a lot of money, I'm not giving him a lot of money. I'm not a fan of, if it was Jarvis Landry from like 5, 6 years ago, sure. But right now, with his age and how much he's going to probably want, I don't know. Jabril Peppers is definitely another guy that they're going after too, because the Eagles have been connected to him for a while. So, yo, George, what's going on, man? Super Tony 22 says, yo, Joey, what's up? Who do you think the Eagles will sign next, and who are you hoping for? Right now, I really want Allen Robinson. I want them to get a nice weapon right now. I want to give Jalen Hurts no excuses for him to play hard. Trust me, I want to give Jalen Hurts, without a shadow of a doubt, the best around him. So there's no excuses for it, okay? That's what I want. I want Allen Robinson right now. That's my first signing my next signing as of right now. God damn, the Eagles got Hassan Reddick, bro. They got Hassan Reddick. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. Brandon Hart says Cox Dillard Hurts 2 firsts this year and a mid pick. Cox Dillard Hurts. The problem with Cox is his dead cap. That's the issue right now. So that's going to be a hard trade. You know what I mean? It's a hard trade to do. JD White said, I want to see Reddick and Johnson on the same field together. That's a nightmare for any team. I think anybody on that side would be crazy, bro. Alan Banks says, what would help Jalen Hurts would be a better QB coach? Can we trade a second-round pick for a QB coach? Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could trade for coaches. I mean, we could probably do that. That hasn't happened in years, but we'll see. Nathaniel Hall says, sounds like Xavier Woods is going to be a vet secondary help coming in before the draft. I thought he signed. Who did he sign with? Wait, like help for us? You mean? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to see if there's anything. Center J.C. Treader, the president of the NFLPA, is getting released by the Cleveland Browns. Okay. Browns releasing center J.C. Treader. So there is a center up right now. I don't want to move Dickerson to center. That's what I don't want to do. As much as everybody wants to do that, I don't know. Kamara says Ridley would have been awesome. Bro, I wish it worked out. Bryce Cooper said Eagles are interested in Xavier Rhodes. Oh, no. No, don't even say that, bro. Don't say that. I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong. I hope you're wrong. I really hope not. Xavier Rhodes hasn't... Look, Xavier Rhodes is what, 30 years old now? And Jonathan Gannon did coach Xavier Rhodes when he was with the Colts as a cornerback coach. Now, after that, when Xavier Rhodes got that big contract from the Vikings, he didn't live up to that contract. He started playing really bad. He went to the Colts on a 1-year deal, and he balled out. I mean, he played really good. At 30 years old, he played really good. I don't know how much he has left in the tank. I really hope not. Colorado Packers release Zadarius Smith. Yeah, I'm going to see where he goes. He's going to get paid some good money. Zadarius Smith is a very good pass rusher. Very good. Tony O says, we need a veteran wide receiver. Agreed on that, bro. Name Brand says, Devontae would know if we should get Jameson Williams. Yeah, I mean, go ask him, right? Jalen Brooks says, have you heard anything about Marcus Williams? I'd love for the Birds to target him. I've heard nothing on safeties in general. Nothing on the Honey Badger, Jabril Peppers, nothing on Marcus. I mean, nothing. I've heard nothing on the safety front. I mean, absolutely nothing. Juju going to Dallas. I mean, that could be a possibility. Adrian said we don't need to draft a wideout in the first. That's what I'm saying. If we get a free agent wide receiver right now, they don't have to go. They're not going in the first round for a receiver. Ramal says, yo, Joey, what's up, brother? Been a long time subscriber for more than a year. I got to say, I love your content, bro. Keep it up. Dude, Ramal, I appreciate it very much, man. I appreciate it. And I appreciate all 451 of you in the chat right now. We're just hanging out, talking about free agency. I'm looking on Twitter. I'm like, I have no life right now. So that's what's pretty much happening right now. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. We do cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It helps out the channel a lot. And, we're getting through this free agency number 2, second day. We got Hassan Reddick, which was a really good starting signing for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm hoping for more as of right now. We've been streaming for about an hour and 33 minutes. We're going to keep this thing rolling. I'm here to stay for a while. So I have nothing else to do today. So Adrian says there are more valuable positions, and that is true. What's Jack's contract? I have no idea. If somebody can go on overthecap.com or Spot Track and check it out, this way I'm not cutting time out. If somebody wants to look that up, I'll put it up on screen. Ryan Spear says Shark to the Lions. Yes, DJ Chark signed a 1-year deal. A 1-year deal. That's it, man. That's all it was. That's all he signed. It could be because of the injury last year. He hasn't played, he hasn't played good the past, he hasn't really played good since like the past 2 years. So it's been kind of crazy. Jonathan Rowland says, how would you feel if Sauce fell to us in the draft after getting Reddick? They could get him. I think he's going top 10. I don't think Sauce is getting out of the top 10. That's me. That's me. And look, if he gets drafted in the top 10, it's probably better for us because we need to land a certain edge rusher. Amadli Viro says we should draft a running back in round 2. Sanders is too injury prone, and I don't think Scott Gainwell are starting worthy. Look, I think with this offense, I think we're starting to be that team where we're plugging in players, running back shelf life. The running back position with shelf life, it's not good. Paying running backs, I'm not really a big fan of, but this offensive line is what's going to make this running back group. Okay. We don't have a generational talent at running back, and I don't think we need that. I think we just need to plug in pieces. That's why I don't think the Eagles are going to pay Miles Sanders. They might not. They might not. I think Miles has to really jump out this year and not get injured, stay healthy, and didn't even have a touchdown this year. You know what I mean? So I don't think you don't have to pay a running back. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a fan of paying running backs. I think the worth of it is just anybody can look good behind a good offensive line. You know what I mean? Anybody that's capable. You know what I mean? Ellie says, just got my teeth clean, Joey. I'm back. Oh, dude, I hope your teeth are nice and white. Dev Neo Lomo says, would you like Stephon Gilmore on the opposite side of Slate? Well, Stephon Gilmore is getting a lot of interest right now. The Eagles aren't going for him. He's an old corner. Still play, but is not futuristic. We need to get a futuristic answer, okay, at cornerback. Steven Nelson doesn't resign here. They have to go get their number one guy if that's the case. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Yo, Big T, what's going on, man? He says Miles Jack should be a number one priority right now. Was a team captain, had most tackles for the Jags, is a Walter Payton Man of the Year nominee, and only 26. Need linebackers and leaders. He's both. Big T, appreciate you coming to the stream, bro. Yeah, dude, I think as soon as that happened, everyone had to jump on it. Oh, boy. I missed a super chat. I apologize. It didn't pop up. So some of these super chats don't pop up. It just happens. It's StreamYard. Sometimes the software doesn't work right. We got a super chat from Parker. Parker's on lunch at work right now. Hope you're doing well. Dude, I'm doing good, man. I woke up this morning. I felt really good. I was dreaming about Hassan Reddick last night. Pause. And that was pretty much it. I was ready. I was ready to go, man. I appreciate the super chat, man. Denar Lima, what's going on? Name Brand says, how much better is Marcus Williams than McLeod? By a landslide. Yeah. Yeah. Less injured, more rangy. It's just better. It's just better in all aspects of the game. But, I'm not saying McLeod was never good because I thought, when McLeod was hurt a few times, we missed a heartbeat with this defense. I agree with that. Chuck Miles says, I'll definitely look like a free agent. Don't want to play with Hurts. I hope I'm wrong, though, with Allen Robinson signing. I hope they get him, bro. I hope they get him. I hope they get him, but we'll see. Jay, wait, Chark is gone, so Robinson would be. Yeah, other than that, if they're not going after Juju, they're not going to trade for Laviska Shenault. That's not happening. Allen Robinson's the even Howie's fault. It's really not. I have to give him props on that. Romel said, yo, Joey, my thoughts to give Jalen Hurts the best weapons and protection around him, plus great defense, put pressure on him. If he falls with all that weapons, he should be dumped ASAP. Dude, perfectly said. Build your roster around Jalen Hurts. If he can't produce on what he has around him, especially with more added weapons, sorry, but I don't think he's going to last in Philadelphia after another year. And I agree with that. Curtis says, get Miles Jack. Dude, I'm going to put up a poll right now. I'm putting up a poll right now. Okay, I put up a poll. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some fun. Woods just signed. Yeah, I thought Woods did sign. The answer, the Observer Sports, the Miles Jack PFF grade was 37 out of 100. Hold up a bit on the project. PFF is. I don't go off of PFF. If you watch my videos, I do not go off of PFF on any statistics for players. I go off of obviously like regular stats of games every single year. So, Jay Funk said, "You want Robinson, then you're better off bringing back the other old receiver from the Bears." What, you're saying that Robinson is as bad as Alshon Jeffrey right now? I mean, that's not true. Namebrand said, "I would try to get Robert Woods if OBJ goes back." Yeah, Robert Woods obviously had that big injury, so he wasn't in that didn't game, but Woods would be very good too. Israel bounced the culture going after Garoppolo. Yeah, so I'm hearing they're going after Garoppolo. I heard they kind of chimed in a little bit on trying to get Marcus Mariota as well. So definitely two things you have to watch out for there. Jake was, I'm sick of the wide receivers from the Bears. Why? We signed one receiver. What's the big deal? You know what I mean? That one receiver got us a Super Bowl, and then really we gave him a 4-year extension. Then he totally crapped the bed because he couldn't even play anymore. So, yeah, Rhodes is 31 now. Yeah. Xavier Rhodes. Stay away from that. Yeah, no, sounds like Xavier Rhodes coming. I like it for now for Slate. Where are we seeing this Xavier Rhodes news? Where are we seeing this? I'm not seeing any of this. Falcons emerging as a sleeper for Deshaun Watson? What? The Falcons have emerged as a sleeper team to acquire Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, league source tell. More report on me. The Falcons joined the Panthers, Saints, and Browns as teams that have met with and are interested in trading for Watson. More to come to ESPN. What the hell? The Falcons? They just restructured Matt Ryan. What? Wow. Okay. Text, I saw the Ravens and Browns are connected with Honey Badger. Dude, that's what the hell is that? Bryce says Eagles also put an offer for Christian Kirk, but obviously he went to I mean, they're not paying him. I mean, he got paid. Dude, the Falcons are really? The Falcons are the sleeper team going into this. They just restructured Matt Ryan to free up cap space. Bro, that's insane. I'm Jim Ruiz. Says, hey, Joey, we all love you, man. Let's go. Dude, love you too, man. D-Man says, only safeties I like in this offseason in this draft, and that is Jaquan Brisker and Lewis Sign. If we can get both, I'm happy. I mean, they'll definitely be available. Miles Jack is a free agent. Dude, everyone's talking about it, Derek. Everybody's talking about it. He just got released, bro, so I don't know what the top teams are. I'm seeing like the Giants. I'm seeing, the Cowboys. I'm seeing the Eagles. I'm seeing a whole bunch of teams. Jay, I don't want to see Robinson, period, here in Philly. Ramal says, Joey, thoughts on AFC West being crazy, good division right now. Chargers paying top player. Chargers are building their defensive line is nasty right now. Their defensive line is nasty. They added J.C. Jackson. Their defense is going to be really good this year. Protection, obviously, for Herbert. They're going all out this year. They're going all out. The defense is you got Derwin James. I mean, it's going to be scary. That defense is going to be, I think Khalil Mack, it's going to be really scary over there. It's going to be really scary. Super 2022, did you see Philip Howard sing the national anthem at the Sixers game last night? Yeah, like it was kind of weird. Like he wasn't loud enough. I thought like the mic, even when the volume wasn't high enough, or you couldn't really hear what he was like even singing last night. And too bad they lost last night. But Chargers are trying to win the Super Bowl next year. 100%, man. Esmerita Booth, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Ramal says we need to get young elite corner since Slay is entering mentoring age. That's what I'm saying. Like to keep Steven Nelson's probably a safe bet, but they have to get younger at cornerback. Like like I said, like we haven't drafted a corner we haven't drafted a corner in the first round, and I think Sidney Jones was supposed to be of the 14th pick of that 2017 draft, but obviously that Achilles injury on his pro day kind of screwed everything up. And unfortunately, we need to upgrade that position. You know what I mean? Slade's only here for so long. You know what I mean? Alan Beck says, "How do you feel about Alex Singleton testing free agency?" I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Like, he's not a great player. You know, he did some good things. You know, he had some good things happen. You know, bad things. You know, missed tackles. You know, he's struggled as a backup linebacker. He's not bad, but you know, he's just not good enough. So Eagles are just moving on. Name brand said we got to get Sauce or Stanley. Slay is already old. Yeah, I agree with that. Ron Rivera says Bobby Wagner. Now, Bobby Wagner is interesting. I don't know where he's going to go. I think Russell Wilson's trying to acquire him to Denver. I see him going to Denver. I see him going to the Cowboys. The Cowboys have tried to contact him as well. Kevin Sass says Miles Jack, $12.5 million 2020, $9.5 million 2021. That's really not bad. Dylan R says, I think the Eagles are out on wide receivers because of Kirk's contract. Other free agent wide receivers looking for more since he was offered that crap. Go get safety and linebacker. Yeah, and if they don't get because if they set the market that way, I mean, look, I mean, even Devontae Adams doesn't even want to. At this point, he doesn't even want to play off his franchise tag right now. You know what I mean? He wants to get paid like $35 million a year, which is absolutely insane. But at the other end, Devontae Adams is interesting because does Aaron the quarterback is only going to make I don't know if Jalen Hurts is going to make Devontae Adams look good. Like that's the issue I'm having. Like we can get a receiver in free agency. The problem is Jalen Hurts going to make these receivers look good. That's the problem because it makes them look bad in the process. Clark Roberts says ATL is a sleeper for Washington. Is for Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's absolutely insane. Oh my God! Somebody says to look at Matt Ryan. No thanks. No thanks. I would never trade for Matt Ryan. I would never even think about Matt Ryan. No, not with us. No. Pocahontas said we should sign Melvin Gordon, running back. I don't think we're going to sign. I mean, they could sign a free agent running back. I don't know. Joe Marucci says getting rid of Cox is such a dead hit. It's going to be very difficult, even if a trade. I see Fletch is here next season. If they trade Fletcher Cox after June 1st, it goes from $40 million in dead cap to 12. So it's actually not impossible. They just have to wait a little bit longer to trade him. You know what I mean? I think there is a case that he could get traded, but after June 1st is going to make more sense because the Eagles, as what it's saying about this deal, if there's a deal in place, I think it was like Bill. I forgot it was Steelers, Chargers. There's a few teams that were interested in him. But as of right now, you trade him after June 1st. If not, at this point, I think you just keep him. I think you just run with it and just let him go. We got Dawson Van Tassel. Marcus Williams fits the secondary perfectly. Agreed, bro. Dylan R says J.C. Treader got released by the Browns. If Dallas got him, that would help them out a lot, but they don't have the cap hole. I mean, they freed up a lot of cap space, but if obviously, I don't know, they get out some crazy. I mean, Michael Gallup on his contract was ridiculous coming off of 2 injuries. Randall Gregory just got it with 6 sacks. He got like over $70 million, but still, it's just mostly incentives, but. J17 Falcons are also a team that wants Watson. It just came out. Yeah, I just said it a minute ago. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Donald McKenney says, as a Saints fan, Williams good in coverage, but not great tackler. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, is that a joke? Because you're talking about the Vikings game. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. No, but I get it. I think he's more of a free safety. I get the coverage. We need coverage badly. We need a coverage safety very badly. Like in the box, I'm not even worried about too much, but Ramel says I prefer Wagner over mentoring TJ Edwards, but for a long-term option, Miles Jack is the guy. Yeah, I agree, bro. I agree with that. Jay Funk says get Patterson from the Falcons. That would be no. Cordell Patterson is actually re-signing with the Falcons. Cordell Patterson is re-signing with the Falcons as of right now. So. Eagles are out on Juju Smith-Schuster. That's true. I don't want him. Easy Money says, Eagles fans, stop dreaming. No wide receiver wants to play with the worst passer on throws over 20 yards. Hurts has major deficiencies passing the ball in the passing league, 0-7 against playoff teams. It's true. I mean, he's got an issue. He's got an issue, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Eagles Body Bags 18 says, if you want a defense, go get Wagner. The Seahawks already released him. Then go into the draft and get David Ojabo. Elite defense on top of having Hassan Reddick. Oh my God, it is crazy. And on top of it, Jordan Hicks is available too. If you didn't know that. Eagles gangster Watson to the Falcons rumors. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's absolutely crazy right now. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm seeing if I see any more news right now. I don't know if there's any more news right now. Let's see here. I don't see anything right now. Eagles are quiet right now. Said Demarion Hicks says Falcons have emerged for Watson. Dylan R says, I just see Alshon Jeffrey part 2 with Allen Robinson. I know he wasn't terrible and got us a Super Bowl. Defense, Allen Robinson's overrated, honestly. I'd rather get a receiver out of the draft. I'll only address defense and free agency. No, I get it. Look, if you want to go after a free agent wide receiver, it is what it is. Like Calvin Ridley was supposed to be here. We weren't even supposed to be going after Allen Robinson. But the Eagles are going to take their shot. Probably going to lose the bid on him. Most likely probably going to lose the bid on him. So we'll see. Texas, what the F would the Falcons give up? I don't know what they would give up. I'm not sure. Justin Miller said, if the Saints re-sign Williams, they are out on Watson. He goes by back. Joe Chick, what's up, bro? What happened to my beautiful wrench? I had to take wrenches away because people were deleting people. They were blocking people. So that's what happens because it ruins it for everybody. I'm going to give wrenches back soon, but I just don't trust anybody. I'd like to have some moderators that are loyal, but unfortunately, it's not the case. A lot of people are doing stupid crap on here. John Jones, Eagles buybacks. Adam is going to be asking for way too much. Big T says the entirety of the NFC South outside of Tampa going for Watson. It's smart since they all need QBs and Brady won't last forever with the Bucs, right? I mean, that's what we're saying, but he keeps coming back, unfortunately. So, outside of Tampa Bay, man, it's we got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. Eagles gang says, I feel bad for the Raiders. They ain't making no moves, and the Chargers are going all out. Yeah, dude, they're definitely getting better. Eagles buyback says, who cares? You want to win or just go 9-7 every year and get Adams or DK Metcalf? You want a top veteran, stop complaining and go pay for it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like Howie to be aggressive. And I think getting that Hassan Reddick was an out-of-the-box move I didn't think they were going to make. But if they want to make a trade for look, we're going to trade DK. We're going to give you a first round, like a fourth round pick. I do it. I do it in 2 seconds. Clark says Jack was cut due to cap space. Tech says at least get Booth. I like Andrew Booth Jr. a lot. Yo, Bryce Blackwell, what's going on, man? Chris says Miles Jack will go to the Chargers. So Chark is contracts for $10 million. Interesting. Sean Wells says Lloyd, McDuffie, any top receiver. That's how I want to use those 3 draft picks. No particular order. Timmy S says, Dylan, 100% agree with you. That's why the Eagles wanted to trade for Ridley because they don't want to pay that crazy cost. Yeah, it's true. They knew what the market was going to be for these guys because Howie Roseman definitely gets inside information on how much these guys are going to cost. As soon as one receiver gets signed to big money, other receivers are going to want close to that money or more. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they land Allen Robinson. If they don't land him, I could see a receiver being drafted in the first round. 100%. Easy Mike said, no free agent wide receiver wants to play with Hurts. Eagles buyback. You want to win, pay for it. I get it. It's Big O said we should just trade for LaVisca, can use him in multiple positions, but can he get the job done and not drop the ball? That's another question. Jay Funk said, get Patterson from the Falcons. He's a running back and a wide receiver. I think they already resigned him. I think they're working on a contract right now, so I doubt we're going to get him. Ramal said we need to create depth and talent linebacker, especially inside linebacker. That's true. Hey, Nina, what's going on? I hope you're having a good day today. Kevin says Watson is from Georgia, so it makes sense. Angels Jones says Matt Ryan is horrible. I'm not a big fan of Jarvis Landry at all. Ryan Spio says, I heard a rumor bringing back Rasul Douglas. He signed a new contract. I hardly doubt it. Alan Jones, what do you guys think about Jordan Davis? Oh, he's a beast. I mean, you get Jordan Davis on your roster, you're good for 10 plus years. I mean, his ceiling is so high. Really, the only thing you have to watch out for Jordan Davis is his weight. He's 6'6", 340 pounds. You have to watch his weight because these defensive tackles that are high in weight, you got to be careful that it doesn't affect their skill set over time in their NFL career. So it's one thing they kind of have to maintain with him. So Richie says Nick Foles might go to Frank Reich in the Colts playoff bound. Wentz would be so mad. I don't know why. You know what? That would be an interesting. I don't know why they wouldn't just bring Foles there. You know what I mean? Like, it would be cheap. It wouldn't even be expensive. So, we got Polar Buzz says, Joey, what about Will Fuller? Will Fuller's hurt all the time. I don't know. Like, he's got a lot of speed. I mean, he's good, but when he's healthy, he's great. When he's not, sometimes he's just never on the field. So, I mean, I don't mind him, but. It's Big O said Eagles should trade for Laviska Shenault. Could probably get him for a 4th and a 5th round pick. Junior J said, I miss Hicks. He was just used to get injured. Yeah, as soon as Jordan Hicks got traded, as soon as Jordan Hicks signed with the with Cardinals, he was never injured. He played really well. And he's 28 now? 28 years old now? Warren says, are you okay with us drafting McDuffie if Sauce and Stingley aren't there, which I think they won't be? The only thing with McDuffie that I'm worried about is his press coverage, because I think he's one of the best. I think he's one of the best I think he's the best corner when it comes to tackling against the run. But when it comes down to it, I think leaving him on an island kind of worries me. I think he's the best zone coverage corner in the draft. McDuffie is definitely the best zone coverage corner. Thomas Honey says Fournette. Now, Fournette's an interesting one. I mean, that would pack a punch. That would definitely pack a punch. Now, if Fournette is here, Jordan Howard is going to be gone. Okay. If Fournette is here, Howard's definitely gone. I don't think Howard's going to be here if Fournette signs. Alexander Ford says Robinson is the only elite wide receiver I'm interested in now. And that's really it. So, Patterson would be perfect wide receiver. I mean, Patterson could play inside receiver, outside, and he plays running back because he came in for Mike Davis for some games too. Like, he can actually play multiple positions. He could play running back and wide receiver. So he's a lot of value, and he's a good special teamer as well too. So Ramal says, Joey, thoughts on receiver Russell Gage or Will Fuller? They're both available. Like I said, Will Fuller's just always hurt. I don't mind him, but can he stay healthy? Gage is a really good number 2. I didn't mind Gage at all. Like, I wouldn't mind him. But is that the move that we really want to make? I don't know. Steve H says, I don't know how I feel about Allen Robinson. I'm not trying to overpay for him. I mean, yeah, it might be the case, but they might not be able to, bid that high. Let the Falcons give up Pitts. D-Man says, if Fletcher Cox is what team would he go to? I could see him going to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was interested. The Bills, I think, had some interest in him. I don't know who else. Whoever needs defensive tackle help. I mean, I don't know who else. Paul Robinson says the Texans pick what dealt they want to make, and if Watson doesn't like it, the Falcons can have him sit a year. And I'm already hearing some things about Watson that he might actually get suspended, so I'm not sure. He might get on the exempt list. I don't know why. Don't get me wrong. I don't know about the case and what's going on, and I don't even really care. But, I mean, that's what I heard. That's what I kind of heard. Justin Biller says Will Fuller would be the worst player to get out of all the ones available. Yeah, I agree. John Jones, Chargers demand for the Steelers. Alexander Ford says Patterson is available. Kid plays wide receiver and field kicks. I'm hearing the Packers have emerged as a sleeper candidates to trade for Deshaun. What the hell? Who would put that? I'm hearing the Packers would have emerged as sleeper candidates to trade for Deshaun. Somebody, I don't know why somebody sent me that. This is weird. Let's see here. Andrew Whitworth retired. Let's see here. Okay, let's try this out. Steve says, give me Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave. I like both of them. Garrett Wilson I kind of like more, but Chris Olave is good too. 2 really good receivers for Ohio State. J. White said, Watson meeting with Brown State. Thoughts he only wanted to keep playing in the South. They mean, honestly, if the Steelers were smart, they would trade TJ Watt and Fitzpatrick and a first for Deshaun Watson. They're not trading TJ Watt, dude. That's insane, bro. GD White said Falcons are the sleeper team to acquire Watson. Yeah, that's what I just read, man. Is he gonna want? I don't know. What are they gonna give up? Like what? Like if they want, what are they gonna give up? Like three? They're rebuilding right now. Like what are they gonna give? 3 first-round picks? You think the Eagles trading for him was bad? The Falcons trading for Deshaun Watson is worse. Trading for him is worse going to Atlanta. Like, who are they going to give up? Like, they're going to want somebody. They're going to want Kyle Pitts or something. I don't know. They're going to want somebody. Lamont says, yo, what about Honey Badger to Philly? That one's an interesting one just because I honestly don't know if I don't think he wants to go to a rebuilding team. I think he wants to go to a contender at this point. I could be wrong, but Justin Biller said he's injury prone, player buzz, and he's not good anyway. Joe Mary said that Will Fuller can't stay healthy, which is true. No, I am not getting Antonio Brown. I do not care. We don't need that here. I am not. John Jones, yes, Steve, I'd take either. SS Philly says number 1 in the run game. Time to build a top 5 defense. Agreed, bro. Agreed. That boy Q5 said, did Watson decline Eagles interview? I haven't heard that he declined the Eagles interview. All I heard was that he kind of took some teams out, but he's going to visit more teams apparently. I haven't heard an actual report saying he declined the Eagles. I haven't heard that. So technically, I haven't heard that. Anthony Barr would be a good one. You know, obviously up there. I don't know how old he is actually. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. Oh, no. The Eagles are Evan Massey. Per source, the Eagles are one team that has shown interest in veteran free agent cornerback Xavier Rhodes. Well, that means that, I mean, from what that means now, that means that wow. Dude, a 31-year-old cornerback, bro, they need to stop with this at the cornerback. They need to stop. Like, I can't. I mean, that means Steven Nelson isn't coming back. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me right now. Bro. I don't think we're going to overpay. Dude, I don't think they're going to pay Robinson if that's the case, bro. I don't think they're going to do it. This is friggin' nuts, man. I mean, as long as it's not a multi-year deal, he's getting paid a lot of money. Now, this move makes a lot of sense because at this point, okay, Jonathan Gannon did coach as a cornerback coach with the Colts before he left to become the DC to Philadelphia. You know, he coached up. He did coach him up, Xavier Rhodes. And when he was coming off of a really bad contract, not playing as a number 1 corner for the Vikings. So, I mean, it's not a bad move. Is he better than Steven Nelson? That's the question. Is he better than Steven Nelson? Bro. I feel like they're going to sign a cornerback. That's what it sounds like. We got a super chat from Sticks94. Burke, what's going on, man? So do you trust Jonathan again this coming season? Not really. I really don't. But I think the more talent we add to this defense, the more it will get him fired at the end of the day. I hope he wants this hybrid scheme, this multiple front hybrid scheme. That's what he's going to get. And now he's getting players for this scheme. So he better blitz. He better do something. He better move some players around. He better do a better job. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about it. Christian Schultz said if they get Rhodes, you got to draft the cornerback pretty high to learn. Rhodes better come cheap. Rhodes better be cheap. He better be cheap. That's all I got to say. All I got to say right now. Namebrand said that's good. It could mean draft Sauce. Let him learn a little. Sauce is going to be a top 10 pick, bro. I don't think they're going to get their hands on him. Clark says Coulter showing some interest in Jimmy G. I saw that. Steve says we did not get Barr as of yet. What's with the Anthony Barr? They're going to go after Anthony Barr? What's with that news? Dolphins signing Teddy Bridgewater. This is gonna be nuts. Timmy says Steven Nelson is going to want a multi-deal. I mean, if they're going after a cornerback right now, then Steven Nelson is definitely gone. I mean, he's definitely walking. He's definitely not coming back. A 31-year-old cornerback. At that age just pisses me off. Like just getting a 31-year-old cornerback, he better be here for like a 2-year deal. At least like if you can release him after 1 year. I mean, whatever, and not take any bad cap from it. Oh man. Zach Pascal. Steve says, where are people hearing that Rhodes? It's on Twitter, bro. It's right here. It's right here. Right in front of my face. And it's legit. It's from a valued source. Eagles are in the mix for Xavier Rhodes. Well, Nelson's not awful, dude. Like, you can't put any pressure. Like, Nelson he wasn't great. He wasn't bad, but he was solid. You know what I mean? He was solid. He was solid. Yeah, no, I think Xavier Woods. No, Xavier Woods is with Carolina. Oh, okay. Collins says, I think we should make a play at Miles Jack and then trade up for Hamilton. I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind that, but they have to get an edge rusher though. They have to get an edge rusher though. I think he'll be a top 10 pick. I think Hamilton will be a top 10 pick this year. Bill, are we still going after DK? Well, there has been a report that we're going after him at all. So, I mean, I would love to trade for him and be very aggressive and got to get him in the room if that's the case. Riley Yancey says, how do you feel if we move up in the top 10 for Sauce and take Ojabo at 15? I'd be fine with that. Totally fine with that. But if they're signing Xavier, if they're going to sign Xavier Rhodes right now, they ain't getting no corner in the first round. They're not going to draft the corner in the first round for have him sit. So, to me, Big T, what's going on? It says, do we think Rhodes will play as a corner, though, or more of a safety in the scheme? I don't know, man. Have we seen that? Did the Vikings do anything? Did they use him like that? I don't know. Guano says, how about Chandler Jones-Smith, defensive end Cleveland, for more pass rush? No, Chandler Jones is why I'm glad we didn't go after him. He's 32 years old. No, I don't care if he had 10.5 sacks last year. He had 5 sacks in one game against the Titans, and he had 5 sacks the rest of the year. Look, if it was like 5-6 years ago, sure. Right now, no. A 32-year-old defensive end, that's the one I would have got pissed at, was signing him over Hassan Reddick. That one I would have got really pissed off at. So... Josh says Rhodes would suit safety in Gannon's system. That'd be interesting. Manuel says, how do you feel about Landon Collins? I don't like his coverage. He's in the box safety, so I wouldn't even touch him, to be honest. Izzy says, would you want Jordan Davis in the draft? Would you want a new running back or bring back Jordan Howard and company? I'm fine with Jordan Howard. I thought he was like, every time he gets going and like they don't use him. Like, he had the stinger injury in 2019 and then he was all ready to suit up for that game. They didn't put him in for one snap. Then he comes back and they barely used him in third, fourth quarter, like once or twice, barely. I don't know how many carries Jordan Howard had, or at least was on the field, as well as Boston Scott. So it really pissed me off. Oh yeah, Chiefs got Reed. Oh yeah, Chiefs got Justin Reed. That was gone a while ago. That happened a while ago. A 30-year-old cornerback, bro. Nia says Randy Gregory pulled a U-turn per Mike Garofalo going to Broncos. Cowboys deal fell apart. Are you serious? Is that like real? Oh my god. Oh my god. That is horrible. Oh my god. Pass rusher Randall Gregory pulling a U-turn. He's agreeing to terms with the Broncos. And reported Cowboys deal fell apart. Oh my god. Same thing what Anthony Barr did to the Jets. I remember that crap. I remember he did the same thing. That's funny, man. Everybody's tweeting me now over it. That was funny. Bro, that is funny. Fucking Dallas Cowboys can't even. Man, now they miss a major player for their defensive line now. Another one. Jay Fox agreed. Rhodes can go good with the new scheme. Kendrick says Xavier Rhodes 31. I am done with older free agents, especially at the cornerback spot. That's what I can't stand. Xavier said, "Jump, Joey. Did we do anything yet? We did nothing. Nothing. It looks like the Eagles are going after Allen Robinson, and it looks like they're going after Xavier Rhodes right now, cornerback. That's what it says as of right now." Got a super chat from Eagles gang. What's going on, man? It says Ryan Gregory is a Bronco. Dude, I can't believe he backed out of it, bro. That is funny. Steve says Kenny Walker is a running back we should draft. Reese says, with all the due respect to Xavier Rhodes' NFL career, right now his signing should not be considered until after the NFL draft, as the Eagles do not get the corner they want in the draft. I don't know. If they're in the mix right now, then I guess they're trying to get him right now. I mean, I don't know. Teal Hopkins says Shark is on the Lions. I wanted him. True that. 100%. Chris Nate says just got to enjoy who we signed, Jack or Robinson. Nobody, man. We're looking to. It looks like we're having a lot of interest in. We're in the mix for Xavier Rhodes right now because it looks like Steven Nelson's not going to be here. Cowboys lost Randall Gregory. Oh my God, the deal fell apart. I don't know what happened. Must have had an argument or something. I still can't believe that Christian Kirk contract. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Like, I don't know how he got all. I mean, Doug is signing contracts like it's nothing. No wonder, dude. No wonder. And you can't even blame this on Howie because he tried trading for Calvin Ridley. The deal was already done, but he got in trouble. It's horrible. It's really bad. Neighbor said Howie got to be a hell of a salesman to sell Hurts to a wide. Yeah, I guess, bro. I don't know. He DeAndre Jordan them. Oh my God, that is funny. Everybody's laughing at the Cowboys right now. It's actually hilarious. It's hilarious. See here. Timmy S says, as much as I hate the Cowboys, they lucky that deal fell apart. That was too much money for Gregory. They're probably saving money, to be honest with you. J-Rock 360 says, no, Randall Gregory is a Dallas Cowgirl, $70 million 5-year deal, bro. That's way too. That's crazy. Dave Herring says Metcalf had issues with Wilson not getting him the ball. He would blow a fuse with Hurts trying to get him the ball. I want no parts of him. Antonio Polk says, do you think we have a chance on Kyle Hamilton? If Kyle Hamilton moves up like 7 to 10, I would think you would have to move up between the 7 to 10 spot to really get him at this point, or 8 to 11, something like that, because I think that's where he's going to go. Chris R said, per source, Jerry Jones ran in with the contract and handed it to the wrong person, and time ran out before Gregory could sign it. Oh, Nate Brett says Broncos offense not bad. Russ, Gordon, Judy, Sutton, Hamler. Yeah, it looks really good. Elgin Parable said Cowboys are saving their money for the lawsuit Jerry Jones got with his daughter. Oh, the woman that claims that that Jerry Jones is her father. That was so weird, man. Like, that's the stupid news that you hear about, like, Jerry Jones. Like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. I wouldn't want Rasul Douglas to sign a new deal, so no. He's like, look, like I was like, oh, look, Rasul Douglas is working out. Why not trade back for him? Like, no, dude. Like, it took Rasul Douglas like 3 teams just to play well. You know what I mean? They build around him really well defensively for the Packers. I mean, you know what I mean? He's already been to 3 other teams. So, yeah, Cedric Wilson's a Dolphin, which is good. I mean, he played well for the Cowboys. When he got his chance, he played really well. Brian Redden says, what is the Eagles going to do with 3 picks in the draft? I don't know, man. Hopefully, combination of you got to get your pass rusher, you got to get a defensive end, whether it's a Ojabo, Trevon Walker, Jermaine Johnson, whoever it is. I don't care at this point, but you get a defensive end. You could go receiver if they can't get one right now. And Allen Robinson, we'll see. Edward says, Jerry, you are the father. Oh my God. I used to love that show. Nero says Rand Gregory to Denver. I can't believe it, dude. It's crazy. Julio Jones says Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks would be good too. Would be a good move. That is some funny stuff, man. That is some funny stuff. You can't make this up. Like, imagine that happening, though. You imagine that happening? Gentlemen, coach, the Cowboys starting receivers right now is Gallup, Noah Brown, crazy. Dak will get exposed this year, no doubt. Yeah, and I think making CeeDee Lamb and putting the pressure on him to be the number 1 receiver now, like, we're going to see what that looks like. You know, Michael Gallup's coming off of 2 injuries in 1 year on a big contract. You know, they lose Cedric Wilson. I mean, they might go after a receiver again in the first round. I mean, they might go after another receiver again. They might have to. Brett Helmet says, how much would it realistically cost to move up pick 8 to 10? Feel like our draft mobility is being underrated. I mean, I don't think it's going to cost as much as everyone thinks from 15 to 8. It's not probably going to cost that much from a jump like that. Probably not much. Charlie Rivera's thoughts. What's too much for Deshaun? Too much is 3 first-round picks is what they want. And then some. I mean, you're giving up 3 first-round picks and then some for Deshaun Watson, which I really don't want to do. Emilio Hernandez says, yo, what do you think if we trade for Julio Jones? No, hell no. I mean, you see what he did for the Titans? I mean, barely even produced at all. I would never go after him. Name Brand says, how do you feel about Davion Taylor and Sean Bradley? Sean Bradley is a good special teamer. He's a nice backup guy for a couple plays. You know what I mean? I mean, that's really nothing more with Sean Bradley. Davion Taylor showed, I mean, when he was drafted, he wasn't used at all because the veteran favoritism with Jim Schwartz was ridiculous. We kept Nate Gary in games. Davion Taylor really showed some good promise. I thought the combination of TJ Edwards and Davion Taylor worked out really well. And then Davion Taylor got hurt twice that last offseason, and then he got hurt again right before the what's it called? Right before the bye week with the knee injury, and then he was out the rest of the year. The health concern for Davion Taylor. Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now. Kevin Stassa, how could you blame Randall Gregory, though? Dude's trying to win a Super Bowl, and that's not happening. That's probably what happened, dude. I don't doubt it. Chris Hardy said the Dalton Schultz I'm more worried about in that offense. He's been kicking around. Need a linebacker that's going to shut him down. Yeah, well, that's a problem, too. These linebackers, I mean, these tight ends have been killing us because we play the soft zone coverage, which that I can't stand, the soft zone coverage, where they just stand there. They let these receivers and tight ends go by them for big chunk yards, and we do nothing about it. It's like, it's like, Nick's like, Gannon's not giving up the big play. It's like, yeah, you're giving up the big play, but you're giving up a big play underneath for easy yards. So, like, what is it? You know what I mean? Bringing Jannard Avery back for depth, very scrappy. When he gets his hands on you, you go down. Oh yeah, definitely. I think he's got a physicality, a nice tackling ability for him. Yeah, Jannard Avery did some good things this year. He flashed a little bit here and there. He showed some good things. He made some good plays this year. So I wouldn't mind bringing him back. I mean, they probably could. They probably will. Dan Rixey says, someone tell the Cowgirls they're supposed to sign people in free agency, not watch them all walk. Oh, God. John Narity says, top 2 most needed positions, safety and linebacker. Yes. Needs-wise, like where we really need people badly, safety and linebacker. I mean, 100%. We added to the defensive line regardless. You know what I mean? With, getting Reddick in here, they can play multiple positions. I'm fine with that. Multiple schemes in a hybrid defense. I'm fine with that. You still need more, but linebacker, we need that guy. And obviously, getting rid of Alex Singleton was pretty, was not really surprising, but, I think you go for another safety in Marcus Williams, Jabril Peppers, whatever you want to do there. Once, are you going to stream with Philly 500? Yeah, this Saturday I'll be on his channel. During the week this week, I don't know. We haven't talked. We talked, I think, yesterday about the Reddick trade, the Reddick signing for like 2 seconds, but I haven't really talked to him at all. So, Ryan Evans says, I think soft coverage comes to an end this year. Dude, I really hope so, Ryan. I really do, because I can't stand it. I think I think they did it because obviously it's being cautious. You don't want to give up the big play, and they're afraid that, they're going to give up that big play. It's just what it is. Where he says it would be like 3 first-rounders, Dickerson, Jack, Stahl for Watson. I would never do that. Here it says, what's your opinion on Gardner Minshew? Would you keep or trade? Would you be willing to trade Rager during the draft? Oh, if we trade Rager during the draft, fantastic. Minshew's going to be an interesting one because if there's a team that needs a quarterback and couldn't get one throughout this free agency process, that, and plus Minshew's only costing you $900,000 for the year on one more year. And he's he's actually an above average backup. I think he is an above average because I think he can win games for you. And I think you get a 3rd round pick for him. I'd be fine with it. And if there's like a team out there that maybe Howie wants to fleece and say, hey, I want a 2nd rounder for him, I don't know. We'll see. But I think a 3rd round pick is fair. I think he will get traded. He had I think the Panthers, before the trade deadline last year in 2021, there was a lot of interest for Gardner Minshew. So, I mean, we'll see. Kyle Rumsley said, would you rather sign Bobby Wagner or Miles Jack? Oh, I'd sign for a futuristic standpoint, Miles Jack. For mentoring, Bobby Wagner. I mean, 100%. But I would do Miles Jack. I keep turning off my microphone. I keep doing that. Big Mac Mullet says, what up, fam? Just got on my lunch hour and decided to stop by. What are we hearing on Williams' brother or Miles Jack as well? Could compliment Reddick a lot. Oh, I agree, definitely. So looks like the Eagles are interested in Xavier Rhodes at cornerback right now. The Eagles are, quote unquote, in the mix for Xavier Rhodes. The Eagles are still going after Allen Robinson right now, as well as KC. So that's all we've pretty much been hearing right now. That's it. Marcus, there's been no news on the safeties at all. I haven't heard nothing on safeties as of right now. I'm looking on Twitter. I keep looking. Oh my God. Somebody posted a picture of Mark Holmes and he's doing a live stream right now. It said his Randy Gregory changes his mind, signs with Denver. It's crazy, dude. I don't know. You got cornerback Tremaine Johnson intends to sign with the New York Jets. Oh, my God. Somebody put up an old tweet. I was about to say Tremaine Johnson. I said Tremaine Johnson still in the league. Somebody put up an old tweet. I'm like, Tremaine Johnson, that guy was such a bust. It wasn't even funny. God, so horrible. Chris says, I have kept my silence till now, but it's time to speak. Earlier this year, Jalen Reagor approached me on the streets and gave an envelope of cash. Mark Giants. It's time he pays. Name Brand said, we have nobody in the secondary that wide receiver, tight end fear. Clark Roberts, I hope the Eagles are working on something. Oh, they definitely are, bro. 100%. Nate Real said, if the Cowboys find a way to pair Micah Parsons, Vander Esch, and Bobby Wagner, that's a fought second level. Yeah, it's going to be tough, man. That's going to be tough. It's going to be a really good linebacker group. So this Sabah says, what do you think if the Eagles get Bobby Wagner, linebacker? It could be a good development. Davion Taylor learning under a vet. Oh, yeah, 100%. Like I said, like Bobby Wagner would be a good mentor guy, and then bringing in Miles Jack would be a good future. He'd be a future, star here. You know what I mean? If he works out. Ryan Evans says, we always say linebacker and safety every year. It's time we really address. Did the Cowboys even improve in free agency? I feel as if they They went the same. It felt like they just, Malik Hooker got signed 2-year deal. They just gave out big contracts. I hope it bites them in the ass. I really hope. I really hope it bites them in the butt. I really do. Hold on one second. Alexander Ford says Dillard for Brandon Cooks in a 6th. I don't like Brandon Cook, man. I don't like Cook. Maybe it was a while back I did. I'm just not into Cook at all. Marcus Big Mob, what's going on, man? So, like the Eagles did to the Vikings, got a first-round pick for Sam Bradford. That one was just desperation because after Teddy Bridgewater like tore his ACL, whatever happened to him, like that was like holy crap. You know what I mean? So that was interesting. Minshew is getting traded by draft day. He might. I mean, he could be out the door. Sky says out of Cox, Minshew, Dillard, or someone else. Who is the most likely to get traded? You think? I honestly don't know. I don't think anybody who's up to get traded other than Cox, Minshew, or Dillard. Brooks is retired now. I don't know, dude. I don't think they I don't know. I don't think they trade anybody else. I don't know. Ryan Evans says Gardner Minshew will be traded. I feel probably not till midseason when someone gets hurt. He's the guy teams will trade for early and say, yeah. And I think there's some value around him too. I think there's some good value. Plus, he's cheap. He's $900,000 for the year on one last year of his deal. So we'll see. Ryan Kearse, I would love to hear Chandler Jones signs with Eagles. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, I think signing him on top of it would be great, but how much is he going to cost? That's going to be the issue there. 32 years old as a pass rusher. And that's another thing. You got to make sure he doesn't get hurt. He's played really well the last 8 seasons, okay? 10.5 sacks for Chandler Jones last year. But 5 sacks came from one game against the Titans, and then obviously had 5 sacks the rest of the year. The Esther says, would Rhodes play corner or safety? Everyone's saying that he could play safety. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Chris Sullivan says Justin Reed went to the Chiefs. We have Jules Jones. Marcus May from the Jets has been mentioned by Philly Voice. Interesting. Samara says, y'all think Gregory is a good sign for Broncos? Oh, that defensive, definitely that defensive line is going to be insane for them. Joe Murray says Minshew because he is a QB and Cox contract was almost impossible to get out of. I thought you were talking about other than Minshew, Cox, and you're talking about with those 3 guys who's likely to get traded. I think it's definitely Minshew out of all of them. Yeah. I thought you meant like other than those 3 guys. I thought you meant that. Yo, Grand Zero 12. Yo, Joe Shakes. How are you today? What's up? Did you see Falcons being a sleeper and try to get Watson hitting the like button to show support? Dude, much love, man. Yeah. As a sleeper team, what are the Falcons going to give up? What are they going to give up? What, like they're you think that we're rebuilding right now? Look at that roster. That roster is a complete mess right now. What the hell are they going to do? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Justin already says that NFL news mistake of Gregory is hilarious. Dude, I can't believe it. Philly Rapture, Calvin really screwed us. The brother screwed I wish I had that video, but that's Philly 500's thing. So, Big Man Mo says Allen Robinson cost too much. Crazy how Chark went to the line. Yeah, on a 1-year deal for $10 million. So, Alexander Ford, is Adam Thielen happy as a Viking? I don't know. I heard that there was teams trying to trade for him. I'm not sure. Is he worth a first-round pick to trade for? Like, that's the question. You know what I mean? But I there has been news, and obviously, Kirk Cousins got that big extension. Okay, now they're trying to trade Danielle Hunter at defensive end. I mean, there's rumors that a lot of big names are going to be up for trade, and Thielen could be one of them. I mean, I think the Vikings have the 12th overall pick. They could go receiver, but I really see them going for defense in this draft. So we'll see. Dude, everyone's saying Miles Jack to Philly. So Mike Garofalo. So about the pass rusher Randall Gregory pulling a U-turn, he's agreeing on terms with the Broncos. Same deal for Randall Gregory with the Broncos as he was to sign with the Cowboys. Source says 5 years, $70 million. Something must have happened, like something bad. Something would have happened. Breaking: Ravens are signing star safety. Oh, no. Marcus Williams is with the Ravens now. Shoot. That's it. Damn it. Oh, no. 5 years, $70 million. What the hell? Well, no. I didn't want this to happen today. Marcus Williams. Shoot. Come on now. We got no safeties. Like, we have nobody right now. We have no safeties. None. I'm just waiting for another sign. Whether it's receiver, I mean, somebody at this point right now. Shoot, man. That sucks. Oh, dude, I'm just mad because, like, you know, it is what it is. You know, they got a good player. That sucks, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Someone said, imagine Hassan Reddick doing that to Philadelphia. So from Martin Frank, says Eagles weren't going to spend that much after signing Hassan Reddick. Yeah, so I got a feeling right now that they're not going to go after Robinson. They're not going to go after They might have to bring McLeod back. At this point, they might have to bring McLeod. I don't know. They might have to bring him back. Joe Bill says, get Jordan Whitehead, then he's the youngest out of the rest of the safeties. Rice said, I know we don't have any safety we could say is good, but I do like what I've seen from Epps on his play. Oh, no, dude, like, don't get me wrong. Like, Marcus Epps, like, he's a nice third option. He's a really good third option. Like, as much as I hated Marcus Epps, like, I got to give him respect. Like, he's actually, like, he's not the best player, not the worst player, but I think Marcus Epps has really shown up. You know, I think Marcus Epps has really shown up good. You know what I mean? So I think he's a really good role player at this point. He's got his ups and downs, but he makes plays when he does make plays. It happens, bro. He does make a lot of plays. So, yeah, Marcus Williams is gone. 5 years, $70 million. Shoot, man. That sucks. Yeah, a lot of people are saying Jordan Whitehead. That's crazy, man. That's a good deal for them, man. He's gonna play really well. He's gonna play very well. You got Landon Collins, you got Jabril Pepper still on the board. Yeah, that's insane, man. That's insane. It is what it is, guys. You know what happens. It is what it is. Christian Watson's another guy we should probably sign too. Christian Watson would be a really good receiver to go get as well. There's so many receivers in this draft. I mean, if they can't get Allen Robinson, which as long as it's really taking right now, I don't know what's going to happen, but what's going on, everybody? Oh, well, we have 500 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that just came in to hang out. Just free agency. I got nothing to do today, so we're just hanging out, watching free agency. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. We cover the Eagles every single day. We do cover the draft. We're going to be doing everything. So if you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Check out the description for everything else. And yeah, we are kind of witnessing everything. Players are just getting removed and removed and removed, and we're losing players left and right. But it is what it is. Like, Howie Roseman's not going to give a safety that much money. Because honestly, at this point, I didn't think that they were going to pay a lot of money for, I mean, not a lot of money, but I think with the Hassan Reddick signing, it was a really good signing. I mean, really good. I mean, but Brad says we can also get, yeah. I love him. Love him too. So Rodney is coming back. Still need one more starter. Epps is solid. Number 2 rotational. I don't think he'd be the number 2 guy. I think he's the number 3 guy. I don't think you put him next to McLeod and just call it a day. I don't think that's the case. Justin already says at least we got Reddick already a solid. Yeah, I mean, it's a good start, man. It's a really good start. Like I said, guys, like it's tough. Like you can't go into free agency for every position, but you got to think about it. You have 2 first-round picks. You have 3 first-round picks, but 2 of them are you could pick two top-tier players in the first round. Second round, you can go get another starter. You know what I mean? There's a lot of positions that roll into the second round. So you could plug up some holes, get some really good futuristic pieces for the Philadelphia Eagles if that's the case. You know what I mean? George said, I don't want to sign an old guy for big money or borderline young players who are sus. Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. Like them going after Xavier Rhodes right now is just like he played really well for Jonathan Gannon, a couple of years back. So, I get it. He works best, but are they going to put him as a corner? Are they going to move his position? I don't know. Robbie Gravino says, we don't have the cap to spend 14 a year for Marcus. We have to save for draft picks. I agree. No, we need about like 10 million. We need like over $10 million just for draft picks in general. So Blue Cities Empire Sports, what's going on? Joey, don't be surprised if Jabril Peppers comes back with it. I mean, he could. Just depends. I'm just saying, like, pretty much who's available right now. I mean, I just have Jabril Peppers there because he's available. You know what I mean? Jordan Whitehead, another guy that you can go after if you want. Kendrick Lewis says, be prepared for another mediocre defense in 22. Royce Van Cleek says, what wideout would you want in the draft? Garrett Wilson, Treylon Burks. I mean, yeah, those 2 guys. Chris Olave, I would like. Jesus, I mean, the guy from North Dakota, like I said before, I like him. There's a lot of guys. I mean, the receivers go into the second round easily. The guy from Doxa, the guy from Penn State, I like him. His route running, fantastic. There's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot out there. Hold on. Kyle Wormsley says, are you declaring Kevon Wallace as a bust yet? He hasn't done anything. Yeah, a bust. He's definitely a bust. He was all talk, no play. This guy was all talk. I'm not even kidding, bro. Like, Kevon Wallace tried to make himself look like he was like some like clone of like Brian Dawkins. Okay. And it just pissed me off. I was actually really excited. Even PFF, and that's why I don't listen to PFF anymore, as one of the highest rated draft picks from that draft, that he was going to work out really well, which is BS. You know what I mean? Which is crazy. This is nuts. So it's absolutely insane. It's just absolutely insane right now. George says, for real, and this don't account for that same players might improve in year 2. Marley Colbert says, if we don't sign a safety, we're definitely trading for Hamilton. I mean, yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. They might go after Hamilton. I mean, Hamilton is just, he packs a punch, man. 6'4", I mean, over 220 pounds. I mean, he's a beast. He's a beast. That's your future safety right there, man, for years to come. The Eagles tried going after, Reed. The Eagles. I mean, the safety market is just insane. It's just insane right now. Like, no joke. You know what I mean? John Jones says, please don't bring here any older players. This team needs to get younger. Yeah, definitely. It needs to get younger. I'm Oliver says Kevon was the 4th rounder. Yeah, I know that, but there was like I mean, it doesn't matter if he was a 4th rounder. Like, Quez Watkins is a 5th round pick, or I think a 5th or a 6th. I forgot what he was. But you know what I mean? Like, there's some players that come out really well. You know what I mean? It just depends. 5 years, $70 million for. Yep, there it is. Oh, man. Marcus Williams is gone. Jonathan Let's Go says, I think Howie is sleeping right now. Why aren't we active? Well, dude, there's only so much cap we could spend, man. It takes time to get deals done. Like, especially when multiple teams are after him, dude. Like, you just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. Dawson Van Tal said, if your Howie is putting all this time into wide receiver and missing out on young players, like, no, dude, they're not paying 5 years, $70 million. Like, I didn't know what Marcus Williams was going to get paid, dude. It's just not going to happen. You need to pay your draft picks. Plus, you have to pay 2 first-rounders this year. You have to pay 2 guys that come out of the first round. You know, you pay them more money. You know what I mean? This is a different year. You have 3 first-round picks this year. James Russell said, just bring Rodney. Yeah, I think Rodney will come back at this point. Brettsy, why not just re-sign Steven Nelson? As of right now, I don't think Steven Nelson's coming back because they're in the mix right now for Xavier Rhodes. Like, that's the issue right now. So I don't think he's coming back. I don't think it's happening. No joke. I don't think it's happening right now. Robert, if it's after Reddick and draft picks, rough math puts us at $5 million in cap. I don't know. I got to see the updated cap because I don't know where to find that information. Every time like free agency's around when people are getting signed, I have no idea like where to look for this because it doesn't update. Justin Miller said Whitehead is young. He isn't expensive like Williams. Ravens got Williams, bro. Jonathan said, I think Howie's sleeping right now. What are we doing? I feel like Xavier Rhodes on the 1-year prove-it deal. Band-Aid, if we're being cheap at the moment, might be trying to save from a room for Deshaun, saying room for Deshaun Watson. I don't know, bro. That I don't know. If the Texans want 3 first-round picks in general, I'm out. Bye. I'm done. Sorry. My chair. I had to fix my chair. I'm out. John says, what would the price be to resign Nelson? I don't know what it is, but he's probably commanding more money right now. Probably. Philly 500 is about to go live. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Jake Koch says, Dillard should be traded. He's a waste of roster spot. Could probably get a third, maybe a second. True that. Joe Maris, who said, Howie must hit home runs or at least 2 out of the 3 first rounders. That is a once-in-a-lifetime situation with 3 first rounders and cap money. Philly Raptor says, I'll be upset if we draft a receiver in the first round 3 years in a row. I mean, it might happen. If they don't get Allen Robinson in the first round, there could be a good chance they go after receiver in the first round. It could happen. I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but it could happen. Justin Royce, I want either Williams, Garrett, or Olave. Gummy Solano says, go live with Philly 500. Oh, he's online. He's online. Cowboy 52 said, Gregory going to Denver, Cowboys sick, Eagles Nation. Let's see. Royce Van Cleve says Marcus Williams signed a 5-year, $70 million deal per Jip. Dude, it's crazy, bro. Like the Eagles weren't spending that at safety. It wasn't happening. Saints remain the front runner for what the hell is going? Like this news changes every single like 30 minutes. Rumors: Saints remain the front runner to acquire Deshaun Watson. And then it says 49ers are meeting with Deshaun Watson. Like these are official. Jesus Christ. This is just getting insane, bro. It's just getting insane now. James Perzo says, I think we're going to go big at wide receiver and free agency. Philly Raptor says, Wallace is going to pull a Sidney Jones and show up healthy somewhere else in a different system. John Jones says, yeah. It would be good if we could get Hamilton. That was the last time, Joey, the team drafted a safety. Well, they drafted 2 safeties they drafted I don't know, actually. I actually don't know, to be honest. I'm trying to remember right now. Stacy Turville said, I'd rather trade up for the 15-19 and get Hamilton at 6. I think Carolina would trade back. We see a JD McKissick to Buffalo. I just saw that just now. John Jones says, how old is Xavier Rhodes? He's 31. He's 31 years old. I hear Willis says, please don't sign Rodney. Nothing against him, but it's time for us to sign a big name safety. Well, they're not going to sign a big name. If they're not going after Marcus Williams, they're not signing a big name as of right now. I don't think it's going to happen right now. John Joe said, we're going to have to build through the draft. Philly Raptor says, Steven Nelson still thinks he's worth top 10 cornerback money. He's not getting that, so he's still be resigned. I think he's still playing with the Eagles. I mean, he might, but if they're going after Xavier Rhodes, I don't see him being here. It just makes no sense to me why they would keep Steven Nelson and sign Xavier Rhodes at the same time. It makes no sense for me. Brad, all I'm doing is covering of what's going on in free agency right now. That's it, bro. So it is what it is. And then to everybody else, it's going to be interesting to see where he goes and what they're giving up. So, yeah, we're not getting him, but I want to see where he's going. I think people are overreacting. We don't have to sign 100 people. Yeah, I get it. We have one signing right now, which is a really good start right now. Cox's $40 million dead cap, not going to happen. Right now, probably not, unless they ask. They're going to ask for a lot of compensation if that's the case. So that's what they're doing right now, trying to get the most compensation for that $40 million dead cap. If they trade Fletcher after the June 1st date, post June 1st, that $40 million dead cap goes to $12 million in dead cap. Huge drop. Can't even talk right now. Huge drop right now. Royce inclusive Rhodes is a cornerback. Yeah, I mean, because I don't know why people started in the chat saying that he could play safety. I don't know why, but that's just me, though. Burgame 31, time for the Smoke Monday. That's going to be an interesting one, too, where he goes. Edward O'Brien, we are stuck in the Cox contract for one more year. And that'd be fine. I'm totally fine with keeping him. I'm totally fine with it. State Turbo, so I'd trade a first and Sirianni for McDermott. J.D. White says, what the hell? It's crazy, bro. Deshaun Watson going to this is gonna be nuts. I can't wait to see I just want to see what teams are giving up for this. I just want to see the compensation of what teams are giving up. JD McKissick signed with the Bills. That's low-key an interesting sign. He's underrated. I agree. John Jones said, no, Royce, I don't want 13-year-old safety. Rhodes can go get that safety. Hamilton from Notre Dame. Yeah, it says the 49ers are meeting with Watson, but it says that now the Saints are front runners. This is going to be a game with Deshaun Watson. He's going to switch from one team to the next. It's just going to be crazy. It's crazy. Big Mac Mullet says, what can Noah even give up for Watson? Don't make a lick of sense. I don't know. I don't know. Philly Fair Raps, the only way Saints are truly the front runner if Deshaun Watson wants to play there for some personal reason. How can they even afford? Yeah, I mean, they had to restructure last year from like $95 million in cap space. I mean, they were over the cap like crazy last year. John Martinelli says Jalen is not the answer for the future. Great leader and runner, but has below average arm, which won't translate to wins. Let's go, Watson. Dylan says 49ers being Watson per Jordan Schultz. John Jones says 2020 was the last time we drafted a safety. I forgot, who was it? Oh, it was Nate Gary, right? Because he was a safety at Nebraska. Because he was actually a safety we turned into a linebacker. Don't ask me. Royce Van Cleves, I would much rather have a cornerback in the draft than sign two older corners with Nelson or Rhodes. Yeah, I get it, man. Trust me. I would rather draft a corner than go after a 31-year-old corner right now. I mean, that's just me. I'm just ready to see who's next. Let's go, Birds. I'm oddly viral. Wait, could teams pay off players a contract so we would have dead cap? Tommy Channel says, can't believe Ravens got Marcus Williams. Yeah, they got him, bro. They got him. I feel we need at least one more linebacker to make us. Tommy Toro says, think Kyle Hamilton falls to us in the draft. Chris Fireburst says, Miles Jack available, would we go after him? Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be perfect for a futuristic signing. I think it's perfect. Bobby Wagner would be great too, but I think that's just a mentor, guys. But as of right now, I think Miles Jack would be perfect. John Jones, what other corners in the draft that we can go after? In the draft, I mean, Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson is really good. You can go after Alam from Florida, and he's a little bit of a physical, grabby corner, but he's not too bad. He's like probably the fourth or fifth best corner in the draft. You have McDuffie from Washington. That's probably the best coverage. That probably is the best zone coverage corner. Not really good in man coverage. So you have the pick of the litter right there. Have some good corners there. Sauce would obviously be in the top 10 as of right now. Dream Team Kick said, really wish we would get Landry and save him, and have him play slot, and he's so good when it comes to trick plays. Oh, definitely. Like, I think he played well in the slot. I think it'd be perfect. Keep Quez and Devontae Smith on the outside, obviously, and just do that. If that's the case, I'd be fine with that. Nate says, I'd bring in Miles Jack and give a first and Rager for DK. I'd sleep like a baby if that happens. Dude, that would be a dream, bro. It would be. If we trade for DK, I'd be so happy, man. I'd be so happy. No joke. Who do you think the Eagles will sign next? I think A-Rob. Yeah, I don't know. Allen Robinson, we're going to see. He's going to get paid a lot of money. I don't know. If they're not going to sign Marcus Williams, and look, Marcus Williams is going to be more expensive than Allen Robinson, but Robinson has got KC already trying to acquire him right now. So they're in competition with KC over him. So that one's going to be really interesting. Dave Hurley, sounds like Robinson just went to the Pats 4-year, $62 million deal. Is that true? I don't see it yet. Steve, the Watson BS is getting annoying. It's like this team's in the front runner, this team's in the lead, this team's in the lead. Oh, that team, and it's like, oh, this team's in the lead, but Deshaun Watson's visiting this other team. It's like a total joke, bro. It's like a total joke. John Jones, how did you guard Booth? Booth's good. I think when Booth is a lot better. Booth is a lot better when it comes to coverage, man-on-man coverage. McDuffie is more of a zone coverage corner. Robert says 49ers give out for Lance trade last year. They don't have enough for Watson. Bergang says, what about Jacoby Stevens at safety? Yeah, Jacoby Stevens would be interesting because he'd be like a hybrid safety / linebacker, which we kind of had him at. So, I mean, we're going to have to see. I mean, he's just going to have to compete. I don't know what's going to happen with Jacoby Stevens. I don't know. Tyron about to be a Raider. You chewing on Copenhagen long cut? It is Skull because Copenhagen is really bad. And like, I like getting my dip down south. So I don't like getting it up north with certain companies. Eagles gang said, what do we do with Marcus Williams is gone and and is it the Honey Badger? I don't know. How much is he going to want, though? That's going to be what it is. Black Box TV, the Eagles reportedly have no interest in signing Juju Smith-Schuster. Thank God, man. Thank God. That's what I don't want to happen. I don't want that to happen at all. So let's see. I did the poll here. Actually, is the poll even here? What did I get rid of it? Oh, no. It's still here. So I had Miles Jack. So I put a poll up for everybody. Miles Jack or Allen Robinson right now. So people, 46% said yes, 11% said no, and both for 43% for both. So interesting. Let's see. Andre Chandler says Jordan Whitehead would be a good signing. I agree. Rose did not play safety at Minnesota. Well, that's what I know, but people are saying he could play safety, which I don't get. Like the chat said that. I didn't say that. I don't remember him even trying out to be safety at all, ever. So Ryan says, I'm surprised the Eagles traded Dillard yet. Yeah, I'm actually kind of shocked, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. Maybe down the road. Maybe just not right now, early in free agency. Maybe not. Once free agency, like kind of after the first wave of the first week of free agency goes down, I think there'll be some time to make some maneuvers. John Jones says, we need a shutdown corner. Dude, there's no such thing as shutdown corners. There's no such thing. Like, you're not going to get Richard Sherman's in the 5th, 6th round of the draft. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in his prime, like, you're not going to get players. Like, there's no such thing as we need to get a shutdown corner. Like, getting a shutdown corner is like a consistent corner like that. It takes time. Nathaniel Forrest said, what about Kobe Bryant, the one who played opposite of Sauce? Yeah, I've heard a lot of good news about him, too. What about Burgang 31? Is he the man or what? Yo. Black Box TV said Marcus Williams dealt includes $37 million guarantee, including $31 million next year per source. Yeah, he's getting paid, bro. That's good. Oh, you guys said now they're saying 49ers aren't meeting with Watson. And I'm actually seeing really good sources put this news out. You know what I mean? I'm seeing sources actually put this news out. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Big Chris says Cox on the move. I don't know. He's supposed to be he could be getting traded, but with the $40 million in dead cap, I don't think it's going to happen. If it is actually after June 1st, that $40 million will go down to 12, which is a lot better. You guys are funny, man. Bergang said, what about Stephon Gilmore? Nah. He's going to want that big money at the end of his career, bro. He's going to want that big money, dude. They're not they're not going after a guy that's expensive at cornerback. That's why they're going after Xavier Rhodes. Xavier Rhodes is not going to be expensive. He better not be. That's all I got to say. As Big D says, as Big O says, could Howie be trying to get another edge rusher? That could happen. Yeah. Terrell Emmons. KD Gaming says, why would Watson want to go to Cleveland or ATL? They better. I don't know, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't get why going to the Falcons would be a big move. You know what I mean? The Falcons one kind of confuses me a little bit. It really confuses me. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll find out though. Browns. Let's see. The Ryan Spears said Browns are signing. Dude, are these true or are you guys just trolling? Like, I'm just looking right now. The Dolphins are signing linebacker Alondon Roberts on a 1-year, $3.25 contract. The Cowboy fans are pissed off right now. The 49ers are not meeting with Deshaun Watson. God, this is so stupid. I want to see the compensation from this. I want to see the confirmation from this. That's what I want to see. The Jets have jumped into the mix for Chandler Jones. Multiple reports coming out stating the 49ers actually won't be meeting with Deshaun Watson. It's just getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. I took Calvin Ridley's. Yeah, this is crazy. This is going to get nuts, man. That's crazy, dude. On any word of, let's see. Nathaniel says the Arab signing isn't true. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay, I had to look. I don't know why people do that. Like to get us excited. Like, once I see the whole chat saying it's happening, multiple people saying it, then I could definitely believe it. But as of right now, definitely not. As of right now, you know what I mean? Shout out to Philly 500, by the way. I know he's streaming right now, so definitely going to be getting together with him this week. Big O says, even when getting clowned by the world, we still got the last laugh, holding the safety position down. This is what Kevon Wallace just said. What? It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Perdo Rock says, backing out of the Cowboys and going to Broncos is hilarious. That's true. Jalen says, bro, I'm done with these Deshaun Watson rumors. Now I just want a team or just get done with Watson. It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. So as of right now, what you have in free agency right now is Xavier Rhodes. Eagles are in the mix for him. The Eagles are still in the mix for Allen Robinson. I haven't heard anything else yet. So we need to check that out when the time comes. And, we'll see. Confirm Kevon Wallace is starting. There's just no way, dude, Kevon Wallace is going to do anything. There's just no way. There's just literally no way. So my boys who are the Cowboys fans are heated by what he did, and I'm in tears. Kevon Wallace is annoying, bro. He talks way too much. Roy says, aside from the Honey Badger, who is the best safety available? Jabril Peppers, maybe. I mean, as of right now, I mean, that's all I'm really getting out of it. Jabril Peppers is probably your best man right now. Philly 500 gets too excited. Dude, got to relax. Dude, he gets excited about a lot of things. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. He's a good guy. Dude, how can you not be excited about this, bro? It's great. Rush aside from the bad. Gregory Padilla says, wasn't he a third rounder too? I don't know. No, fourth rounder. He was a fourth rounder. For what it looks like, he was a fourth rounder. So now there's no, other than that, there's no news right now. Oh, yeah, he tweeted out motivated. As soon as that happened, he tweeted out motivated. For what? To be a backup? To be the best legendary special teamer on earth? Is that what he's looking for right now? Landon Collins? Yeah, he did say it on Twitter. Yeah, it's right here. Motivated. Oh, he's only motivated because someone they didn't go after. Bergen says Landon Collins. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's at more of an in the box safety. That's the only issue. We need someone good with coverage. Why? Is there news on him right now for Landon Collins? I need to see what they add. Like if they added a Landon Collins and then they added they went to the draft and got Kyle Hamilton, then it would make sense. But there would have to be more news on that. You know what I mean? It makes no sense to me right now. It makes no sense right now. So we'll see. Let me see here. Ravens Black. All right, so let's see here. Aikido Gaming says, should we get a wide receiver in free agency or should we just draft another high pick at wide receiver? What price seemed crazy free agent since Kirk signed that ridiculous deal? Yeah, it was ridiculous. So what I'm thinking right now, if the Eagles get Allen Robinson, they're not going for a receiver in the first round. If they don't get Allen Robinson and they don't even touch receiver in free agency, I think as of right now, they go into the first round and get a receiver. I really think so. Or they go in the second round because receivers go into the second round. So do they have to get a number one guy? No, because we already have that number one guy, Devontae Smith. I think they get a counterpiece to him, which means you don't have to draft a receiver that early. So I think that's the way they're going to go as of right now. Williams says Jenkins was that in the box safety. Well, yeah, definitely. But we had a good pass rush too. We didn't have to worry about getting waiting for that long pass and really being cautious. But Jenkins could play every position on defense. That was his worth. You know what I mean? Edward O'Brien says Landon Collins could be a good outside linebacker, but he's too slow to cover anything more than a tight end. I'd stay away from him. Peppers, I'd look into that. I'm not a fan of signing Landon Collins. Okay. Jabril Peppers, sure. I mean, I'm good with that. Joe Jones, bro, I think people were getting Xavier Woods and Xavier Rhodes mixed up, being able to play. Yeah, maybe that's what it was. You're probably right. Xavier Rhodes is a corner. Xavier Woods is a safety. He used to play for the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, I think people were getting that mixed up. I was just thinking about that, man. Thanks for clearing that up, Jules. Granzier says Steelers signed James Daniels 3 years, $26.5 million, A+ grade. That's a good signing for them. OG Goss said Jarvis Landry would be a good pickup. Look, if it's for a lot of money, definitely not. I mean, I wouldn't pay him big money. Big Chris Jenkins did a lot at free Lansing and got beat. Nathaniel says this wide receiver class is very deep, so it'll be very hard to miss on one. Still holding my breath, though. Yeah, I know. You can't. Still don't trust it. Well, Dumber Doug says, is Jabril Peppers a free agent? He is. Oh, Wayne says Philly 500 is excited about everything. His awesome and his energy is contagious. Yeah, he's pumped, man. He's pumped because it's an exciting time for the Eagles. This is the offseason for the Philadelphia Eagles. Lance says, do you think we don't get DK Metcalf? I don't think they do. I mean, that's just a dream trade if it was me. Since Russell Wilson got traded, I've always wanted to trade for him because I think it was more likely you could trade for him if that was the case. You know what I mean? Blacko TV said, I hope they at least try and draft Pickens. Nate says, do you still think we trade one of our three first-round picks for next year, or we use all three of the holes we still need to fill? No, I think they trade back one of those picks. You're not going to pay three guys in the first round. It's not going to happen. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to trade back one of your picks to get another first rounder and maybe a second for 2023. That's your future right there. This is collateral in case Jalen Hurts does not work out. So I think that's going to be the case. Andre Challenge says Deshaun Elliott coming out of pectoral but solid safety. Edward says Metcalf is a no-brainer. I'd give a first now for right now. I give a first right now. Like I said, I had my money out. I was throwing my money. I was like, I'll give my money right now. I'll pay him. I'll do it. I'll do whatever the hell makes him happy at this point. I'd give Jarvus a 1 year, $10 million. Yeah, I guess. Kidder Lewis said, why would Watson want to be under a toxic organization ran by Howie and Lurie? I'm good off Watson. Bianco TV said, wide receiver Pickens from Georgia. I'm hoping they draft him. Yeah, he'd be a good pick, man. Second round pick. Be a nice pick in the second round, man. I'm not seeing anything else right now. It's pretty quiet. It's pretty quiet. We got 363 in the chat. Much love to everybody that has come in today and just hanging out with me during free agency day 2. We might do this tomorrow for a few hours. We might do it, if nothing really happens today, definitely tomorrow. We're going to definitely do this again tomorrow, probably like 12 o'clock, probably same time as today. We're going to keep going right now. We're not done yet. We're going to keep going. Much love to everybody that joined the chat. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not. Cover the Eagles every single day. Like the stream if you guys haven't. The likes really do help on these live streams. And everything else, guys, we're getting ready, man. I mean, I think Hassan Reddick was a really good start. And I'm pretty pumped about it. I'm shocked at that. I think it was an out of the box move. I'm pretty happy about it. So I'm pumped. I'm pumped about it. Big Chris says out on Landry and Juju. Does it say that they're out on Landry? Because I haven't read it. I haven't really read anything. The Patriots are signing running back James White 2 years, $2.5 million. Interesting. Let's see here. I'm not seeing anything else right now. Emmanuel Ogbah was a big deal. I didn't think he was going to sign a big deal back to Miami. That was a big one I didn't expect. He was an really underrated defensive tackle I was actually looking at too. Yep, James White got re-signed. Let's see. Aronde Harden says, what are we going to do about our secondary? I mean, at this point, like it looks like Xavier Rhodes could come here on depending on what the deal is going to be. They need a safety. If they don't get a safety in free agency as of right now, they could go in the draft and go get Kyle Hamilton. Okay. If they don't get an Allen Robinson, they could go in the draft in the first round and go get, or the second round at this case, because it goes that deep at wide receiver if they don't get Allen Robinson, because Allen Robinson has not signed yet. So obviously, hopefully Howie is pitching something to Allen Robinson to come here. And if not, then it is what it is. I would rather have Tyrann Mathieu, to be honest, probably. TMU says, thoughts on Jordan Davis? Oh, God, I would love him. I would love the Eagles to draft him. We'd be set for the next 10-plus years. That'll be your next piece next to Javon Hargrave once, the end of Fletcher Cox, the road comes with him. So I'd be totally fine with that. Ramal said, yo, Joey, thoughts on Kelsey singing the national anthem at the Sixers game? I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. I mean, I couldn't really hear him that much. I thought the volume to the music was too loud. I could barely hear him unless he wasn't talking loud enough. Kitty Games is Clowney. I mean, a good rotational piece on like a cheap deal, though. Nothing crazy. Get the Penn State kid. Oh, Doxson, his name is? Or Dotson, whatever his name is. He's good. He's got some vertical speed. He's got some really good route running. Catches the ball very smoothly. He's good. I like him. We got Jesse Grenzowski. What's going on? Big Chris says, does Howie have an offer on the table for Watson? I mean, probably did, but if they want 3 first-round picks, they're probably out of it already. At this point, they're probably out of it. So I don't see them doing anything as of right now. I don't see them doing a damn thing right now. So that's where my head is at with this whole entire thing. So Falcons are resigning kicker Young Ho Ko. Oh, Young Ho Koo. He's actually a good kicker. Damn, 5 years, 24 million for a kicker. Jesus. Interesting. Young Ho Koo. Andre Counter says Watson already rejected going to Philly per NBC Sports. Yeah, I don't have them getting him now. I mean, I don't. I just want to see what the compensation is to this whole entire deal. Like, that's what I'm interested in. The only thing I'm interested in is what actually a team is giving up for him. Not even kidding. That's what I'm kind of looking for right now. Kyle Wormsley says, don't think we have any cap because remember, we also gave Kelsey 14 million, Reddick 15. That's 29 already spent. Yeah, we're going to have, I don't know. I don't know if there's like rollover cap or whatever. So I don't really know. You need like over 10 million for the draft pick. So I'm not really sure. Wayne Webb said the safety from Penn State. Oh, the safety from Penn State. I don't know him at all. Kenny Lou Stingley might drop to 15. If so, I would take him. Yeah, there's some team. I mean, some fans do want him at 15, and some fans don't even want to take a chance because of, obviously his issues with his injury. And, we have to look at his pro day because he didn't obviously test out. Allen Robinson did absolutely nothing for the Bears. I'd put him as a number 2 on an NFL team. Well, dude, he's coming here to be a number 2. He's not coming here to be a number 1. So, Kalisa Eagles should sign Bobby Wagner. Yeah, for a mentoring standpoint, I mean, he would fill in really nicely. Brandon Willoff says, would Smith move to the slot? A-Rob lands as no, Smith is on the outside. You're not putting Devontae Smith on the inside. If they did that, I would kill them. I would literally kill them. Not even kidding. Also, Yo Joy, do you think it's going to be a breakout year for Davion Taylor and TJ? I think TJ is going to have a really good year. He's got one, and this is last year of his contract because they extended him last year. He was supposed to be a free agent after this past 2021. Davion Taylor just got to stay healthy. I think if he stays healthy, he's going to play really well. I think he became a really good counterpiece. To TJ Edwards. I thought he did. I thought he played really well. So, Kyle Klein or Jaquan Brisker in second round for Christian Watson. I would like it. I would love it if that's the case. I would love it. William Steele says, do we go after Johnny Hecker? Oh, the punter? I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I hate Aaron Sipos. They signed Aaron Sipos in 2020 so early before that season. I think at the end of that season. I mean, they signed him so early and I don't know why they didn't go through their options. Big Chris says, do we draft a punter because ours is broken? Gary Sanders says he would have want Carolina way better weapons than us. Oh, sorry. I missed a super chat, by the way. Super chat from Miguel. Monroy says Milton Williams will prove a lot of people wrong. I'm actually really excited for Milton Williams just because I thought he was a nice flash in the pan early in the season, but then he really started to really pick up, especially that last game against the Cowboys when the Cowboys kept their starters in. I thought he played really, really well. I thought, there should have been a couple holding calls on him. He was getting pressure nonstop. I think he's going to make a big jump in year 2. That's what I'm hoping. This was an analytical pick in the third round. Like Gannon was really happy about that pick. He's got that short area quickness, explosiveness, which I do like. So I'm pretty pumped about it. Wayne Webb says Stingley is not a good choice for us. Graham Plus says, do you think Watkins should be? I like Watkins as a number 2, but if they want to make him look, as of right now, if they get another guy like Allen Robinson or somebody like that, they can make him a number 2 and I don't know if Quez could play in the slot. That's the whole issue with this thing. I think you can use Quez in the slot. I think you can because he's got that vertical speed too. So you use him in open space in the slot. I think they could do some good things with him. I really do. Big Chris says draft a Georgia player, period. Dude, I am up for it. Whether it's Nakobe Dean, Trevon Walker, Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis. You have a lot of players from Georgia that you could get. So, Laviska Shenault, probably not. I don't think you made the trade for him. Shaquan G says, what do you think they do next? As of right now, I don't know. I think they're still trying to get a receiver right now. From what I'm reading, they're really trying hard to go after receiver. So, Falcons kicker. I'm not seeing much here. Still waiting. So Eagles reportedly have no interest in Juju Smith. We've seen that all day today. That's it. That's all I've seen so far. Venom King said, I'm glad the Cowboys just falling apart. Yeah, Randall Gregory backing out of the deal. How about that one? Boom. How about that one? Benny says Burke's perfect fit. I think he is. I think a lot of these guys are going to be perfect fits. Burke's definitely. And the Eagles actually met with Trevon Burke, so it's good. It's a good sign. The Eagles can easily win a division. Look, I don't know if the Eagles can win a division, but they have to play better. Like, I think as of right now, they have to get this defense going. Like, your defense has to somewhat complement your offense. You don't even have to have an above average defense. I mean, you just need a defense that's capable of making stops. Like, we were below average last year. Okay, and this offense needs to, we have to average 30 points a game. If you want to go anywhere, you got to average 30 points a game, and that's just the truth to it all. Graham posted, did you see Cedric Wilson? Yeah, Cedric Wilson. He deserves it, man. Like, Cedric Wilson, every time he got his chance with the Cowboys in certain plays, like, he produced very well. Prayer Butts, I have a feeling the Commanders will be better than the Cowgirls next season. I don't know about that. I think Washington is below the Cowboys, third ranked as of right now, and that's really it. And nothing's going on Allen Robinson. The Eagles, KC are in the mix for him right now. So other than that, Jose says T.Y. Hilton, a free agent. If so, why I want him to, he's old. I mean, he's really old. I mean, I'm not trying to pick up 30-year-old receivers right now. Gary says, what's the odds now on Chargers taking it all? Oh, no. I mean, their defense is going to be scary. They added a lot to their defense. They add some offensive line help. I mean, they look really scary right now. They're all in. Brandon Peck said, if we get Whitehead, it would reunite with Maddox. Ramal says, yo, Joey, thoughts on Russell Gage and Will Fuller, or trade for Shenault or DK? Trading for DK, I would love to do it. Shenault's a good number 2 guy, definitely. I don't mind. I mean, not Shenault. I mean, Gage. Gage is a good number 2 guy. Shenault, I wouldn't even touch on that. DK, I would give a first round and a mid round for him. And Fuller's just hurt has been hurt most of his career, so I'm not really interested in him too much. Jordan Arrow says, I have an odd feeling that Eagles are pushing too hard for an A-Rob right now. It's been real quiet in the Eagles and A-Rob. Yeah, like, we haven't heard anything at all on Allen Robinson. I feel like the Eagles are really trying to push to get this guy in Eagles green. I feel like they're really trying to acquire him. If they get him, man, that's another good weapon for Jalen Hurts. If we can get the ball to him, that's the next question. If we can get the ball to him. So I'm not really sure. We might not find out till tonight. We might find out in a couple minutes. I mean, who knows at this point? So the Cowboys are re-signing Jeremy Sprinkle, 1-year veteran salary benefit deal. Let's see here. We got Chicago say Eagles need a middle linebacker. That's true, man. Steve Schroeder said, if we draft a receiver in the draft, who should we take? I mean, I'm all in on Trevon Burks or Garrett Wilson. Those 2 guys are like my top 2 right now. Drafting guard first round? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Because a lot of guys have the low price prove it deals. How he is always working behind the scenes, and we have 3 first round picks, so it's a win-win. Yeah, agreed. I always think he's trying to make something work out like that. It's Big O says, if we get A-Rob, it's going to be a 3-4 year deal worth $70 million. I mean, we'll see. If that's the case, they're not getting him. So it says Zadarius Smith, Ravens and linebacker Zadarius Smith have interest in possible reunion, but Smith is weighing in all his options as he is drawing interest from multiple teams per sources. I don't know if the Eagles would actually go after him, but I don't know if that would happen. Ben King says, I think the Eagles going to sign Zach Pascal. They could. It could happen. I don't know. So we got Andre Challenge says Allen Robinson would be looking to go to win now team at this age. I'm hearing the Chiefs are the Chiefs are in the mix. So, but obviously the deal's not done yet. So I mean we would have heard something if it was already done deal. We would have heard something by now. Haven't heard nothing. Nathaniel Forrest says, what are your thoughts on Drake London? I see a lot of mock drafts having the Eagles taking him in the second round. I don't think he's I don't like him because of his speed. Like, I think he can catch. His contested catching. He's got really good in the open field with his. He's got good vision. I just don't think he's I don't like Drake London in the first round for me at least. I don't. Well done, Productions. Cowboys falling apart. Love to see it. Watch them still predict they got the Super Bowl. Squad G said, I would you trade Saquon square face Jalen Reagor and get Landry. Alexander Ford said Marcus May 1 year prove it deal. Go after him now, Howie. I mean, it could be. I mean, they could go after him. Neville Hubbard 16 says we just need to trade for DK. Yeah, dude. They just need to trade for DK. I think that's what they have to do. So we will see. It's interesting. BLO says Robinson deal reminds me of a lot of them. We signed Jeffrey similar plays, I guess. I think there's more speed with Robinson. There's more speed in route running with Robinson. Kendra Lewis says we drafted a linebacker that Steeler out of Tulane. Oh, what you talking about? What we signed? Oh yeah, we drafted two linebackers last year. We drafted Patrick Johnson and I forgot who else we drafted. Jacoby Stevens. I forgot who else we drafted because I know he's a linebacker safety hybrid type guy. Sure. I would you trade Squareface Jalen Reagor? Oh, hold on, let me go down. Banner says, how much more high tier players can we afford? Not that high. I think this is really it. I think if they sign, if they can at least get Robinson here, I think that's it. I think they're done. And then you go into this draft and you just go full head steam. Gary Sanders says tomorrow marks 3-month anniversary for now is taking out the Cowboys. John Cruz says Allen Robinson will sign a 2-year deal, probably an upgrade to his stock, where I see us signing Zach Pascal and Miles Jack. Taylor Henry says, bad as I want DK Metcalf, I don't know if Hurts can get him and Devontae the ball consistently, though. Doesn't see the field too good. Well, that's the problem, man. Like, you're trying to sell, you want to be the receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, and we have Jalen Hurts, and, I don't think it sells to a lot of players. You know what I mean? Trade for DK, sign Honey Badger, and get Miles Jack. Prayer Bus says Hurts' problem is the sling. He can work on his field scan. Oh, yeah, it's field scanning, anticipation on throws. It's a lot. I mean, it's definitely a lot. So, definitely a lot. The only one only said, would you trade for Derek Carr? No, never. You like the running backs we have? Oh, yeah, definitely. I think we're fine with Jordan Howard, Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders. I think we're fine. Boston Scott's a free agent, but I think we're fine. Wayne Webb says Jerry and Stephen Jones may have to suit up this season. DeGraw says, what about Bobby Wagner? Bobby Wagner would be good as a mentor type guy, if that's the case. But do I think we're going to get him? Probably not. Probably not as of right now. Ramal says Hurts downside is he can't read coverages or places passes accurately. Banner says I just want to beat Commander Carson by at least 30. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to go into that game because Carson Wentz is going to be eyeing that game. He's going to be eyeing that game for he's going to have more motivation in that game, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. No doubt about it. see here. Not seeing anything yet. It's gonna be interesting today, guys. Like it's gonna be nuts. I don't want AB. If we mention AB's name, I don't want to hear it. I won't even answer that. I would never sign AB. Yo, DA Chark is gone. I'm hoping for James Watson or Jarvis Landry. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Chark is on a 1-year deal with the Lions. 1-year deal. I mean, they got a steal out of that for $10 million. That's not bad. Grant just said Jags fan told me that Miles Jack got cut because they got an upgrade for Foye Akun. Also, Miles Jack can't pass cover. Dwayne Hopkins says perfectly world of A-Rob and DK. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, perfect world. Yeah, we already have Devontae Smith. You don't need two guys. Them King says, should we sign Landon Collins for 1 year? If they add to Landon Collins, I'm fine with it. If they add to it, if they get a free safety on top of getting him, I'm fine with it. I just don't want to get Landon Collins. Like if they are going to get Kyle Hamilton in this draft, I'm fine with teaming him up with him. But that's only if. You know what I mean? That's only if. Commissar, I know we just got Hassan Riddick, but I would love Miles Jack. Dude, Miles Jack really shouldn't be that expensive. That's the whole thing. Like, he shouldn't be expensive. So you'd have to give him something, but I think it's a good move. Kids Game said, damn, I didn't know Reed signed with the Chiefs. Oh, yeah, he signed a while ago. Yeah, I think it was like close to last night he did that. Torres Browns ran top edge rusher over Chandler Jones. Believed they were close to a deal last night. Then Cowboys owned Jerry Jones recruited the hell out of him. What? Broncos ranked Randy Gregory as a top edge in UFA over Chandler Jones. Believe they were close to a deal last night. Then Cowboys owner Jerry Jones recruited the hell out of him. That's weird. Cowboys reportedly attempted to change contract after agreement. Broncos became the choice. Wow. What a bunch of scumbags. No, says I'll be okay to get Landon Collins if we get Landry, Real Peppers, or a Honey Badger. Yeah, somebody that's we need a free safety. We need somebody that can cover. Off Pop says we need to release Jalen Reagor and DK Metcalf or draft Jahan Dotson from Penn State. Love Jahan Dotson a lot. Jahan Dotson is definitely a good route runner, vertical threat, very smooth in his catching. Yeah, they're not releasing Reagor. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So DK Metcalf would be perfect. Ryan Merritt says, do you think Stealing can fall to us? I think he could. I honestly think it could happen. I think it could happen. Because really we have to see his pro day. I think when we see his pro day, I think it's really going to show where we're at. So I think, I think it will, in due time. Brand Peck said, who is the Honey Badger? Oh, it's Tyrann Mathieu. Sorry, I almost forgot his real name because I don't really call him by his real name. Ramon said, Joey, Amari and Khalil Mack trades are a reminder of NFL's impairments. Yeah. J. White says, are we sleeping today? They need to sign Jack now. I don't know what they're doing, but they got to do something soon. Comment Star says, damn, I just saw Marcus Williams is gone. I just hope we didn't get Jabril Peppers. We don't get Jabril Peppers. Maybe we somehow get Minka Fitzpatrick. Now, Fitzpatrick's still on contract right now. I don't think you're able to get – you're not going to be able to get Minka. He's still on contract. Ramal said, Cowboys gave up a lot for Amari for just 3 seasons. 5th, 6th round picks. I mean, that's just insane, bro. That's just insane right now. I'm trying to find out if there's any more news right now. And I don't see any. I don't see any as of right now. Barry says, any possibility that Hamilton's available at 15 or do we trade up? I don't know, man. I think he's going to be like 8 to 12. Like he'll be in the 8 to 12 range. I think you have to get into like the 8 to 9 range to go get him. So Shalot Sharp says, bro, I'm really interested in hearing how they are going to fix this secondary. I know, like, we got a lot of holes still. Got a lot of holes right now. Then so if we're going to trade Minshew or we be keeping him. Oh, let's see. John Williams says, is Miles Sanders a keeper? I mean, to get paid, we have to see what he does this year. Like, he's got to stay healthy. That's number one. He's got to do something. So KG Game said Evan Ingram to Jags late on 2, but damn, they making moves. Doug is like a kid in a toy store who just hounded a credit card and was told to have fun. Yeah, he spent a lot of money, man. Zay Jones, Christian Kirk. You got Evan Ingram at tight end. Making a lot of moves. Well, that's what happens, guys. I mean, they really didn't have a roster. They had a lot of cap space. They got rid of a lot of veterans over the past couple seasons. You know what I mean? So, Miles Jack is probably like one of the ones that are kind of like in that era of players that they kept and they drafted a while back. You know what I mean? So That would be a really good move. How do you rank Ojabo, Walker, or Karlaftis and JJ? I'd probably make it Walker, Ojabo, JJ, Karlaftis. That's probably gonna be like right in that order. OJ said he wanted to come to the Birds. Yeah, give me a link. Show me. Cowboys are expected to sign Randall Gregory to an extension worth over $13 million per year. Wait, what? Yeah, so NFL Rumors puts out Cowboys expected to sign Randall Gregory to an extension worth over 13 mil. And people are like, bro, what? Are you lost? Bro, you been asleep? What team is it? My goodness, Cowboys are. That's so weird. No, that guy must have made a mistake. Rumors Falcons emerging as sleep. Falcons emerging. Yeah, this guy is putting out really late stuff. Literally the worst possible way that things could have gone. Why us? Cowboy fans. Eagles were competitive in discussions with free agent Marcus Williams, per source, and were close to Ravens' offer. Oh. Geoff Mosher said Eagles were competitive in discussions with the free agent Marcus Williams, per source, and quote unquote were close to Ravens' offer. Damn, they were willing to spend that much money? They were actually willing to spend that much money? That's insane. Yeah, that's pretty insane. Wow. So they were actually close to that number. The Vikings have released defensive tackle Michael Pierce. Damn. If that's the case, then they're definitely going after Allen Robinson hard then. If they're going to spend that money, forget about it. I mean, if that's the case, that's what they were going to spend. Steve H. Joey, what do you follow on Twitter or info on free? I go on Twitter. Twitter's the best. When you follow all the beat writers around the league, Ian Rappaport, a bunch of other guys that come up with all the rumors. There's actually Twitter channels that are pretty high on followers that go over. It's the best source for finding stuff. Don't just type in Philadelphia Eagles in Google. You won't see anything. To find all the behind the scenes stuff and what's going on. So let's see. Jay McCarver says this was before the playoffs started again. Sold the Birds for OBJ. Ramal says Joey seems like how I forgot to set the alarm today and still in bed. Oh boy, guys are of course they were. It's Marcus Williams. Banner says safety and free agency draft wide receiver linebacker first and trade back on the other pick. So this big says we offered 3 years, 64 mil. If that's the case, dude, they're definitely going after Allen Robinson right now. I mean, if they're going to pay him that much money, Allen Robinson's on the table. The Jets are never going to learn their lesson on signing free agents. Like they shouldn't never sign free agents anymore. Michael Fox says, I think if we get Miles Jack, I think this defense will be really dangerous. And on top of that, 3 first-round picks to add more pieces. We need offense too. We need a legit receiver next to Smith. Yeah, look, I think Quez Watkins is good, but I think they need that one more piece. Now, Greg Ward Jr. is gone. I think we'd all agree on that because I don't think that's really it. Track Off Pop says Eagles are showing interest in Xavier Rhodes. Yeah, we saw that earlier. So that's definitely on the table as of right now. That's definitely on the table right now. Chris Arson, Shock Williams didn't come here. To me, he's always been an Eagle ever since he missed that tackle on Diggs. Yeah, that was crazy. I totally forgot that was him too at one point. Andrew McCormick says Miles Jack, Jordan Hicks, and Devin Lloyd would be amazing linebacker core. I think it would be fantastic. I think it would be great. I think it would be fantastic. Let me see here. I think we're good, actually. No, Xavier Rhodes. Rhodes, not Woods. God, for the millionth time. People. It's Xavier Rhodes. Rhodes is the corner. Xavier Woods is the safety. People are still getting confused. It's aggravating me now. Trail says, did Odell really want to come to us? No, I doubt it. No, I haven't seen nothing on it. People just like that. People say that every single offseason. I don't know why. Rob Murphy says, why are the Colts asleep at the wheel? They got most of the cap space. Jim says, all I could say is, yeah, they have 70. They have over 70 million in cap space right now. Ramal says, Joey, rumors has the Cowboys front office tempted to change the contract contents. Yeah, that's some scumbag stuff right there. You can't do that. It's really bad. Commentar says, as much as I would want James Washington, Jarvis Landry, I think we're going to end with Juju. No, they're not interested in Juju, man, because the Eagles seem obsessed with. No, they're not. It's done. They're not interested in Juju anymore. That the reports were all over the place today. They're not interested in him anymore. Allen Robinson was the only report that came out today. Multiple reports that said Juju Smith. Yeah, they went out, like I thought they would go after him because Juju Smith, they were interested in him last year. They had an offer on the table for him. He didn't take it. He stayed with Pittsburgh for one more year. And they still had interest in him this offseason before free agency started. So, you know, it's we're gonna see. So Andrew says, what are chances the Eagles actually use all 3 first-round picks? Because Lord knows they need Linderbaum, Lloyd, and Olave are my favorites. They're not. There's 0% chance they're going to pick 3 guys in the first round. They're going to trade back one of their first-round picks. That's what they're going to do. Ivan Irvine says, hell no, keep Juju away. Okumazer says, Eagles will end up with T.Y. Hilton. Agath says, look at what Jordan Mosher said on Twitter. Yeah, no, I saw that. They literally were this close to signing Marcus Williams. It was that close. So if they're literally going to pay that much money to Marcus Williams, they're definitely going after Allen Robinson. If that's the case. Big T, here's a fun fact for you. Dave Caldwell, who is the Eagles personnel executive, was the GM for the Jags. They drafted Miles Jack, our connection to the Jags leading tackler and team captain. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Oh, it's something to think about. Young Deshaun Watson hopefully can happen, if not settle for Hurts. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen. We're going to be giving away 3 first-round picks. Like, Deshaun Watson's literally going back and forth. He's playing this game with everybody. It's just stupid. Like, they're playing this game. Let's see. Falcons are re-signing kicker. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. Interesting. Let's see. So Ryan says, yo, did we sign? Who did we sign? No, we haven't signed anybody. Nobody at all. Rob says Colts should get Robinson, Winston, Landry, and maybe a Von Miller, a defensive end guy that would help the whole team accountable. I don't know what wide receiver we're getting yet, bro, but I mean, we're waiting. Eagles were close to getting Marcus Williams, man. They were close. It was really close. I think they were off by just, I guess, years. I guess the length of the deal, I guess. I mean, they were close to that deal, though. I mean, that's a good sign, though. You know what I mean? It's a good sign. It's a sign that they're pushing right now. Let's see. Is Tyrann Mathieu still free? Yeah, he hasn't been signed yet. Tyrann Mathieu is still out there right now. So we have 296 people in the chat. Much love to everybody that's in here. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. It does help out the channel a lot. So far, it's been nothing. No news today. It's been a lot of fun today. Really has. We've been going on. We're almost at the 4-hour mark, very close. So, I'm going to go over a couple more. We're going to go over a couple more, and then we're probably just going to call it a day. If anything breaks, I'll have videos out today. I'll go throughout the whole day. If there's no news by tonight, we'll have more videos out by tomorrow morning. If that's the case, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be the plan in the coming days. So we'll see. We'll see. But it's been a fun day today. Obviously nothing happening, but Tyrann Mathieu is probably going to be next. We'll see, man. I don't know. If they went after him so far, we'll see. They go after Marcus Williams, and they almost get it done, but just not enough. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. Big O says once Watson is traded, Marcus heats up for Minshew. I mean, it might, but I mean, Minshew's not. It's not. It might actually. Someone might be interested because once these QBs start, Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't signed yet. Mariota might maybe signed somewhere. I don't know because I knew the Colts had some interest as well. Andrew says Sauce is going top 10. I agree. And good. You know what? At this point, if Sauce goes top 10, then yeah, I mean, definitely. Then we have a huge chance to at least do something. You know what I mean? And we can get our edge rusher that we really need and want. Steve H says, are you live streaming? So I will live stream. I will live stream tomorrow, probably around the same time. So I probably will live stream around the same time, most likely. So we'll be back tomorrow on day 3 of free agency. Danny says, if we sign Jack, could there be another mid-tier signing? I don't know. If we sign Jack, if we sign Jack and it's not expensive, I think they'll go. I think they're either going to sign a safety or a wide receiver as of right now, whether it's Honey Badger or they sign Allen Robinson, because that one I'm really keeping an eye on right now because there's been nothing other than the news from this morning that there's things going on with Allen Robinson. Obviously, I don't know what Howie's going to do, so we'll see. Andrew says if the Colts trade for another Eagles, they should be tested for competitive. I know, dude, it's crazy. It'd be funny. It'd be funny if they trade for another quarterback. It'd be hilarious. I agree. Sauce will be gone before top 10. Yeah, now Sauce is going to be gone, bro. Like I feel like he's going to be gone. Slay's got to get people on the team. I know he loves talking to guys. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to head off. We did about 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours today. So we're going to do any breaking news comes out. I'm going to have a video out immediately. I'll be home all day today, so I'm not doing too much. We'll be getting all the news done. If not, we'll have videos out for tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning. So it's going to be interesting. See what happens. It's going to be really interesting. So you guys, like I said, 269 in the chat right now. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it, Bam. Yeah, I thought it was a really good stream. We had a fun time today. I know nothing happened, but it was nice just to talk to you guys about everything. Just going pretty much I've just been going down on Twitter and then we're just talking the whole time. So, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun. But I'm not seeing anything else right now just to make sure. I'm not seeing anything else as of right now. So we're going to have a little bit of time until hopefully I'm hoping for an Allen Robinson signing. I'm really hoping for it. So that's what I'm hoping for today, and maybe a safety if they could get it done. You know what I mean? So it might take a couple more days. Who knows? But we'll have videos out, breaking news on what happens with the Philadelphia Eagles. And, I'm pretty pumped about it. So 227 in the chat. Subscribe to the channel, guys. You won't regret it. We're pumping out content like crazy. We cover the Eagles almost pretty much 365 days a year. Pretty much. So the draft is coming. We got free agency still right now. So subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. Like the stream before you leave. Hit the like button. It does help out the channel out a lot. And I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing and supporting the videos and all of that. You guys, without you guys, this channel would be nowhere. Okay. And I appreciate everybody, everyone coming in. So Kevin Sass says, appreciate the streams as always. No, definitely, guy. Definitely. So you guys have a fantastic day. Like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later on the next. I don't have a show name, but on the next live stream. I'll see you guys later.